Okay. Everything should be working. Hello, hello. Testing, testing. Just seeing if the sound's working. Yeah, the sound seems to be working. I can hear it. Hopefully you all can too. So, hello. Not sure if I have anyone in the chat for now, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so today I'm streaming my very first impressions of Pokemon Legends Arceus. This game came out a few days ago, and I haven't had a chance to play it yet because I wanted to save it for a stream to do, just sort of show off my first impressions, which I'd like to do more of. Okay, and oh, I just accidentally shoved my TV. That's not a good start. So yeah, I haven't seen much of this game yet. I've seen all the trailers and I've watched a few video reviews, and I've seen like some like early gameplay. So I haven't seen much and I haven't played it yet. I haven't like clicked on it yet. I'm hoping that it's all updated. Yeah, it's all updated. So yeah, I'm about ready to start. So let's just go into it. Hopefully the sound is good. I'll just sort of check the sound and audio mixing once we're into the game proper. We'll have to see. Oh, one of my friends is online. Oh, present to a guy, game freak. Is there a main menu or is there like, you just go right into it? Okay, choose your language. I am English. I'm quite excited. I've heard nothing but good things about this game. The only like negative that I've seen is that the like visuals and graphics and performance isn't amazing, but supposedly it doesn't really detract too much from the experience. So this already feels very Breath of the Wildy. Welcome to my realm, located both beyond time and space. It's quite quiet right now. It is well that thou art here. Oh god. I'm not very good with this type of lingo. Okay. I am that which humans call Arceus. Also, I say Arceus. I'm sorry if that bothers anyone. I know some people say Arceus, but Arceus makes more sense to me. I know it's quite debatable which is the correct way to pronounce it, but I say Arceus. I'm sorry if that bothers anyone. Now I wish to know thine appearance. Ooh, okay. I'll just stick with the default, I guess. I always go for the default options more often than not. I know this game does have some like outfits that you can buy and stuff. I don't know how deep the character customization is in this game. Usually with Pokemon, it's honestly a little bit underwhelming, but we'll see. We'll see. What is thy name? Um, I would say Pixel, but I'm just gonna give it my actual for reals name. There we go. Because oh yeah, in case it wasn't clear, I'm not planning on playing through this entire game on stream. I just plan on playing like the first few hours on stream just to see my first impressions, and then I'll just probably continue playing it by myself in my own time. But we'll see. Maybe I'll really enjoy streaming it, and I'll want to continue streaming it. But for now, I'm just planning on doing the one stream. Jason. Oh, I'm gonna have to say my own name a bunch. Damn it. Soon thou shalt find thyself in a world strange to thee. Oh no. A world inhabited by wondrous creatures that we call Pokemon. Jason. Yep, that's my name. Seek out all Pokemon, and thou shalt find me once more. Ooh. This light, the glowy, like yellow light thing, feels very like Breath of the Wild. Oh, there I am. Hit me. Okay, so I've seen this cutscene. Oh, there's a phone. Now, I have seen this cutscene already, because I saw it in like a review or like a first gameplay sort of thing. This cutscene, like, honestly threw me, because... for a couple reasons. One, I didn't know that your protagonist was, like, not from this world or something. Like, I saw he was, like, wearing, like, normal modern clothes with, like, a smartphone, and I was like, oh. Is there, like, time travel sort of things going on here? I wasn't expecting that. So that threw me for a moment. I don't know if it's time travel or if it's, like, alternate reality, dimensional kind of whatever. Like, do Pokemon exist in the world the protagonist is from? Or are they from, like, the quote-unquote real world? I don't know. But we'll find out. I'm going to turn up the gameplay sound just a bit, just in case. Because it might be a bit quiet. There's not really much sound going on right now, so we'll just sort of wait and see what happens with that. Ooh, do wake up, won't you? There they are. Are you alive, my boy? Hello. I've already decided what starter I'm going for, by the way. I already know. You gave me quite a shock falling from the sky like that, but thanks goodness you seem unharmed. I think if I were in this situation, I'd be asking where the hell I am first. Why, this is Prelude Beach, of course. Dear me, did the shock of your fall somehow addle your memory? Adle? Yeah. I must say, your clothing is unusual. You wouldn't happen to have an acquaintance in these parts, would you? I doubt it. Wow, already my protagonist is more expressive than in Sword and Shield. I see, you seem to be in a bit of a pickle. I'm just going to quickly check the sound on the stream, just in case. I'm a little worried that the sound is weird. Bear with me for just a moment. Sorry if there's a bit of echo as I'm trying to check it. Testing. Okay. The game's volume is a little bit quiet, but we'll see once I get into proper gameplay. I see, you seem to be in a bit of a pickle. Might I offer some directions? You could have somewhere around here. Do you have somewhere around here you could stay? I don't know. I don't want to be like, please help. So you don't know anyone here and you don't even know where to spend the night? Well, this is a proper pickle indeed. Are you quite sure you'll be able to survive? It was like, I don't know. I'm like, how old am I? I don't know what to do. Yeah, that's what I would say. Please help. Please. I see. Well, no gentleman would abandon a person in such need. Boom. Plish splash. Oh my, I completely forgotten. I just caught up to these three runaway Pokemon when you tumbled out of the sky. It's almost as if they knew you'd appear here. Yeah, that's bullcrap. Do you even know what a Pokemon is? Of course I do. Yes. I played the Bibio games. My, that's a relief. Though you fell from the sky, it seems you have some common ground, eh? Yes, well, these three Pokemon belong to me, mysterious creatures that they are. Oh yes, and what might your name be? Oh, so you're called Jason. That name has quite a ring to it. I imagine it must have some lovely meaning. I have no idea. Oh, but I do apologize. I haven't even introduced myself. My name is Laventon? Laventon or Laventon? I'm something of a Pokemon professor. That is to say, I'm a scholar seeking to deepen our understanding of Pokemon. Yes, Pokemon such as these three here And they just buggered off, I guess. Oh, blast and bother. My darling Pokemon, why must you run from me again? I'm terribly sorry, but do you think you could help me round them up? I beg you. And then he's gone. Wait, you three, wait! Okay, we're in the gameplay. Ooh, can I invert the camera? Here we are. The first thing I noticed, I gotta invert that camera. Game controls? There we go, that's better. Just getting a feel for the controls. Is there a way to jump? Okay, so we can crouch. Can I swim? Probably not. Can reset the camera. Oh, there's a glowy over there. Controls are a bit odd. I don't know. I'll get used to them. It's probably just like, it's my first time. I need to get used to the controls. The game does seem pretty quiet, huh? Turned out the game sound a bit more, just in case. There's a glowing beeping object over there. It's a phone with Arceus on it. You found something that resembles a phone. It's probably your phone, but it's changed shape. You feel strange power emanating from it. Yes. If it wasn't for the fact that there aren't really any phones in this world, probably, then just picking up a random phone off the ground and thinking like, oh, this is probably mine. It doesn't look anything like mine, but it probably is. That wouldn't fly. A message appeared on the screen. I bestow upon thee this Arc phone, and thy mission, seek out all Pokemon. See, that's why I pronounce it Arceus, because of the word arc. A-R-C. You wouldn't pronounce that word on its own, just arse. So, that's another reason why I say Arceus. The graphics aren't, like, horrible. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's not, like, amazing, but it's probably just something my eyes will just grow to adjust to, I think. Alas, yet another miss. You look so sad. Aha, I'm glad you come to my rescue, my new friend from the sky. I tried catching my little runaways by tossing some Pokeballs their way, but I'm not the best at this sort of thing, you see. I'd love to give you a go at it, but perhaps I should tell you a bit about these three first. That one is Rowlet. Oh, hello. Rowlet can photosynthesize like a plant, and apparently it battles using its sharp feathers. And it's round and cute. Goo. Goo. Oh, hi, Elshad. Just started the game. Hello. Everything seems to be working so far. The game's a bit quiet, so you'll have to help me out when it comes to adjusting the sound. The game in general just doesn't have much sound right now, so you'll have to help me out with that. That one over there is Cyndaquil. The fire burning on Cyndaquil's back will flare up whenever it's surprised or irate? I don't know. Help. Ah, he run! Pokemon near the pond is Oshawott. Oshawott naps while floating by the water, and it can battle using the shell-like object on its belly. Plish splash. Oh my, I nearly forgot to cover the most crucial thing. How to go about catching Pokemon. Here you are, my boy. Pokeballs. Throw these at Pokemon to catch them. Obtain 50 Pokeballs. Jesus. Usually in Pokemon games they give you like 10. Mysterious ball that can be thrown at wild Pokemon in order to catch them. These balls can be crafted in hand if you gather the necessary materials. I think the way Pokeballs look in this game are really cool because it's like old-timey, like really like, I don't know, what's the word? Archaic. I don't think I'll be watching too much of the stream, but I'll look every once in a while. Sure, you do you. Thanks for stopping by, I do appreciate it. I know, he just up and gives you 50 Pokeballs just right off the bat. But that won't do for an explanation, will it? I do apologise, let me be more thorough. Now I've mentioned already that Pokemon are strange, marvellous creatures. What's so strange about them, you ask? Well, each and every Pokemon is able to shrink itself down to minuscule size. And that's where Pokeballs come in. I did hear about that apparently the reason Pokemon shrink when they go into Pokeballs isn't really something to do with the Pokeballs, it's something that the Pokemon do. And the Pokeballs just sort of enforce it, in a way. I don't know, maybe it's just weirdly worded in this game, so it's sort of confusing. I don't know. It's something that I heard about in an article. Pokeballs are a recent invention, you see. Throw one of them at a Pokemon and why, the Pokemon will shrink down to fit inside the ball, comfy as can be. And with that, you've caught a Pokemon. I haven't played this game yet, so that's partially why. I don't really want to know too much about it before I play. That is completely understandable. Honestly, I won't be too surprised if I don't really get that many viewers today, just because it's a new game and people might not really want to spoil it for themselves. I've been doing that same exact thing. There have been other streamers that I know about who've been playing this game, and I've been going out of my way to not watch them, just to not be spoiled. So I completely understand that. That's a very understandable reason. So it might just be me for the most of this stream, honestly, but I still would like to get my first impressions out in the open, so... I mean, I was going to play the game anyway, so I might as well just stream it, just because why not? I know we've just met, but I'm afraid I've no one else to turn to. I'd be awfully grateful if you could catch my 3 runaways. Now, the proper technique is to aim at the Pokemon, then let the ball fly. It's quite simple. Though, far be it from me to say so, I suppose, given my own dire lack of skill in this area. Plus, my sculpting schedule is like 2 weeks behind, so I really need to get on that this week. Sure. Really good luck with that. Feel free to send a picture in the Discord. In your own time, obviously. Focus on getting it finished, and I really hope it goes well. I have faith that it will be good. Pokemon can be caught by throwing Pokeballs at them. Hold down the ZR button to ready a Pokeball and take aim. You can keep moving around as you do, so use the right stick to adjust your angle and aim carefully at your target. Release the ZR button to throw the Pokeball. If it hits a Pokemon, you may be able to catch it. Once you've readied a Pokeball, but do not want to throw it, press the B button to cancel the throw. So this is something about this game that I've been quite interested in, because when it comes to Pokemon, I find that the catching and collecting of Pokemon is probably the most enjoyable part for me. I enjoy the battles as well, of course, but I honestly find the catching and collecting more fun, and this game seems to lean more into that than most other Pokemon games do, aside from maybe like Let's Go or something. Or just Pokemon Go. Because Pokemon Go is literally all catching all the time. Okay, let's ready this. I'm pretty sure this isn't where we choose our starter. I think we're just sort of catching Pokemon for now. How accurate do you have to be with your shots? Do you have to nail them straight on the head, or do you have to just throw it in their general direction? Oh, wonderful! You caught Pokemon. It seems you've quite the knack for this Pokemon catching business, Jason. Jolly useful skill to have around here. I like his lingo. Jolly useful. That's very Brit of you. Only two of my darling Pokemon runaways left now. Still, this is most unusual. You don't seem fearful of Pokemon in the slightest. They're frickin' adorable. Look at him. Look at that guy. He's just doing his thing. I'm doing Chaos next after the current one I'm doing. Oh, cool. Okay. Here we go, check. Okay, so I didn't throw it directly onto him, but it sort of like got close enough, it seems. I can hardly believe it, Jason. Incredible. You know, many Pokemon people fear to even approach Pokemon, never mind catch them. Bravo indeed. Just one more to go. Let's wrap up this sharpish, shall we? Even I got thrown off by that language. Little boy. He sees me. Boink. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, I seem so disappointed. Chaos Zero, not the massive dragon snake thing. Oh, you meant Chaos as in Sonic Chaos, I believe. For some reason, when you said Chaos, I thought like Final Fantasy. That's what came into my mind. But no, Sonic makes way more sense. But that's really cool. I honestly really like Chaos Zero's design, so I'm really excited to see how you do that. Actually, yeah, you've definitely piqued my interest with that. Yes, I'm afraid that can happen. Pokeballs are hardly 100% foolproof. Give it another go, old boy. I am boy, I'm certainly not old. There we go. Honestly, just like the act of chucking the balls is fun. Also, I love the little firework that comes out. That's so fun. I like that. It definitely feeds into that sort of, this is like very primitive Pokeball technology. If I did Perfect Chaos, I'd do it in the whole station square, and I'm not doing that right now. But someday. Yeah, start small. Honestly, Chaos Zero is like a really good way. Good choice. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, what a relief to have them all back. You see, the 3 Pokemon you've caught have only just arrived at the village to help with our research. They won't listen to anyone. And as I mentioned, they bolted from the village almost as if they knew you'd come falling. But I must say, Jason, I was taken aback at how well you use Pokeballs. How is it that you catch Pokemon so ably when you've only just arrived here? So is it that the protagonist comes from present day in the Pokemon world? I think it's mildly unclear. I think that's what they're implying by him saying that he like knows what he's doing when it comes to catching Pokemon, but I don't know. One can't help but think there's a reason you've appeared here and now. I have a Soldier Boy phone. Seek out all Pokemon. An object is an Arc phone, you say? What an odd device. Could it be guiding you somehow? If you'll indulge me for a moment, there's something I'd like to share with you. You see, I have a dream to compile this region's first complete record of its Pokemon. We in the field call such a catalogue a Pokédex. Yes, a proper Pokédex is a wonderful work of research containing detailed records of all the Pokemon to be found in a region. But in order to properly document Pokemon, one must, of course, catch them. And therein lies the rub, I'm afraid. Pokeballs have only just been invented, and not many have mastered the skill of using them. Enter you, a person with a clear talent for catching Pokemon. Your goal is to seek out every Pokemon, and mine is to have all those Pokemon caught. A situation ripe for teamwork, don't you agree? Come now, what do you say? Shall we help one another out, my boy? You've convinced me. I want to throw balls at creatures for fun. Then whoever and from wherever you may be, I welcome you with open arms. We've a Pokédex complete. I quite like him so far, he's very friendly. First things first, let's get out... Okay, I'm just now noticing the swirling vortex of terror that's in the background. Like, it keeps flashing like electricity and it keeps on catching my eye. It's funny that he hasn't pointed that out. Like, that's strange, isn't it? Or maybe that's just normal in this world. First things first, let's get these Pokemon back to the village. Then we'll sort out your lodgings and find you some proper clothes and a meal and all that. Well, thanks. Follow me then, onward to Jubilife Village. Yeah, my clothing is not very inspiring, I will say. Yeah, oh, so he does acknowledge it. He's like, huh, that's a bit sus. Did I fall out of like a portal, one of those like swirling vortexes? Thank you for your tireless work keeping us safe, my good guardsman. This young man was of great assistance to me and my Pokémon. So I hope you will forgive my bringing him into the village for a bit. I like how expressive they are. They're definitely more expressive than they were on Pokemon Sword and Shield. Especially the protagonist, like look. His default face like expression isn't just pure smiling all the time. To the point where I feel like he's up to something. No, he's way more expressive now. That's nice. I like. It's a good step. This way, if you please. When I do Chaos, I'll probably do its body smaller than my other sculptures because its head is big. Yeah, he's got a big head. Oh god, he's saying stuff and I'm not paying attention. Whoops. This road now is known as the locals as Canala Avenue. Oh my god, his frame rate went down. This village was built, damn it. And since we know little of the local Pokemon, people hesitate to set foot outside the village. God, you're speaking really fast. Now the impressive building up ahead of us is Galaxy Hall, headquarters for this entire outfit. Are we going to get the origins of Team Galactic? That'd be strange. It'll balance out that way. Don't know if you played Bendy and the Ink Machine, but that's what I did for the Ink Team. Ooh, that'd be really cool to see if you've done a sculpture of that. That'd be really cool. But yeah, yeah, do the body small and the head big. I mean, that's like, I think that's the best way to go. Oh, botheration. I'd almost forgotten. Is that an actual word? Is that like actual slang? Because I've never heard of it until now. I might want to use it more. I need to go and report that we successfully recovered the escaped Pokemon. Might I ask you to wait me at the canteen? It's just past this bridge here, then to the left. The Wallflower it's called. I can't read the language. Oh, see ya. Oh, I got in a ring. Your Arcphone's beeping. Somehow it seems to show you where you need to go next. Do I have Arceus on my friends list? Does Arceus follow me on Twitter? Use the minus button to view the map of your Arcphone. You can consult the map for guidance on your next destination and forward on your message and requests. You'll also see guidance markers when you're out exploring and running around the village. If you're not sure where to go next, stop and look around in all directions and try to spot one of these markers, then head for it. Bendy would be such a good game to play if you haven't already. I haven't played it. I've seen it, but I honestly forgot most of what happens. I've never played it. Is it on consoles or is it PC only? Something I'd like to do is so like sound settings, background music, sound effects, Pokemon Grows. I'm going to like crank these up. Yeah, I just wanna crank up the sound settings because the game is a bit quiet. Yeah. Should be a bit better now. PC, PS, Xbox, Switch, £20 I think. Okay, so it's on everything. Well, then that'd be something. That'd be a really good game to play on Halloween. But Halloween's quite a ways off, so maybe not. But I'll put it on my list, I think. I'm not like super like, I don't know, down to play it. Well, I'd be down to play it, honestly. I'd be interested in giving it a shot. It's not the kind of game that I'd usually play, but I think it could be fun. I'm not against playing it or anything. So So I'll put it on my list. For sure. I think it'd just be funny to play, like, because it's kind of different from the games I'd usually play, you know? So I'd be interested. I'd be interested in giving it a shot. You could do the sequel coming out this year at Halloween. Oh yeah, I forgot about the sequel. I forgot that there was a sequel coming out. You could do the sequel coming this year at Halloween. That's a pretty good idea. Because, like, usually for Halloween, I would never celebrate it. I know lots of people like to play horror games a lot for Halloween, but I never did that. But streaming is, like, a good motivation to sort of break out of my shell and play horror games, because I never really did that until last Halloween, where I played Resident Evil 2. That was my first horror game. So streaming is a good motivation to play some different kinds of games that I wouldn't usually play. We've no food for freeloaders. Survival out here is a daily battle, you know? I wonder how old I am in this game. Soil. If you intend to stay here at the village, you should spend some time talking to everyone. To catch one of those Pokemon creatures, you need to throw a Pokeball at it. I don't know if I want to talk to everyone, because god, that'll take a while. I had a rather traumatic experience when a wild Pokemon attacked me. Now I'm scared to even set foot outside the village. I really like this idea that Pokemon are dangerous, because they are. And I like that they're acknowledging that Pokemon are, like, dangerous wild creatures, and I like it. I like this idea. I'm worried about the state of things here in Jubilife Village. We lack basic necessities and there are some strange people around. It's cool because it's like survival. It's not catching Pokemon and, like, coexisting with them is about survival and that sort of thing. It's not about, like, fun or sport or anything. It's quite interesting. I'm scared of Pokemon. I wish I've never been brought here. Damn. What an odd way to dress. Is that fashionable where you're from? No, probably not. If we want to guide the village properly, we'll need to partner up with Pokemon. Yeah, it seems like people are only partnering up with Pokemon because they have to, not because they want to. I like how it's a horror game, but horror isn't its primary focus. It has the horror element, but the puzzles are dominating the game mechanics, apart from the final chapter, which is very different to the others. Yeah, it's a horror game, but it's not like in-your-face kind of horror. It's just a little more subtle, and it's more about the gameplay and the story, really. Oh, was this not the Wallflower? Where was it? It had a banner outside, didn't it? I'm already lost. It had a sign. Is it over here somewhere? Oh, frickin', there's a giant frickin', like, marker telling me where it is. Okay, I'm dumb. I'm pretty new to the village myself. I tried to talk to everyone I meet, so I always learn something new. Hint, hint. Hint, hint, hint. Big old hint. Can't go in water, huh? Hello. Oh, he is not happy to see me. Well now, aren't you awfully suspicious? Oh, you made me sad. You're weird. And then just sadness. Apart from the fire, if you do play it, the final chapter will either take much shorter or much longer than the rest. Interesting. Interesting. I'm interested about the sequel, because that's been in development for a while. Instead of releasing them in chapters, like, progressively, or like every now and then, they're like releasing it in one big go, which is cool. So that means you don't have to, like, wait for the new chapters. I like that. The Wallflowers for Galaxy Team folk only. We don't have seats for outsiders. Move along. Oh, I'm so... Man, my face is a freaking lovely. Who are you? I've never seen anyone dressed like you are. Oh, it's old-timey Dawn. What if you were attacked by a Pokemon? You'd be mincemeat in those flimsy clothes. If the guard let you through, you might have ties with somebody in the village. Yes, yes. Perhaps you've met Professor Leventon? Laventon? I don't know if it's Leventon or Laventon. I'm gonna say Laventon. He's a scholar from a faraway place. His Pokemon do get away from him at times though. It makes me a bit worried for him. I suppose I'm hardly one to talk. I've had some trouble with Pokemon myself. I was hit by a Pokemon move called Thundershock not long ago, and I had to take to my bed. Wow. People getting injured in the Pokemon world, for reals. The chapters last 45, 90-ish minutes, but the last one has so many boss battles and so many dialogue and cutscenes, there's only really one puzzle, the kind of puzzles there's loads of in the other chapters, if that makes sense. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I guess it makes sense that the final chapter would be like that way, just to sort of like make it as big and bombastic as possible. But the professor, well, I do wonder how long he'll last. Wow, there's like actual fear of death in this world. Unfortunately, it's just as Akari says, I'm a clumsy sort of fellow, to put it mildly. Professor! She's like, whoa! But everything will be quite alright now. Jason here has agreed to help us with our Pokédex. Oh, she's not happy with that. Excuse me, do you plan to appoint him to the Survey Corps? You can't just slap a badge on whoever you like without Captain Silene's permission. I'll allow it. Captain Silene! Am I saying that right? God, there's so many names that I'm not sure if I'm saying correctly. Chapter 1 to 4 are loads of puzzles, a few battles, and some storyline, and then 5 is the opposite. Interesting. I guess it's fine to like shake it up for the final chapter. Assuming the individual can contribute to the Survey Corps, that is. I'm the captain of the Galaxy Team Survey Corps. You may call me Silene. I'm saying Survey Corps and not Corpse. Because A, corpse is like dead body. And B, in the trailers I swear they pronounced it Survey Corps. So it could just be like a silent P. I don't know. Who knows? I'll never know. Professor Laventon has told me how you helped secure his Pokemon when they slipped out of his control. And now it seems he would like for us to feed and house you in exchange for your ongoing labor. Wow, this world is way more harsh than like normal Pokemon. Where it's like, here, have some Pokemon, have some potions, go. And then they like hold your hand throughout the whole game. You look to be 15 or so. Why don't I use my human words to tell you my age? Quite old enough to work for your keep, but we can't simply take on a stranger who wanders in among us without any idea of their skills or origins. Also, it's interesting that we're 15 and not 10, like the usual. I don't know if you're 10 in every Pokemon game. I don't know, they imply it. Tomorrow we shall see if you can prove yourself worthy. Oh, a most reasonable decision, Captain. Now, would you care to join us for a meal? I'm sure you've got plenty of questions for our visitor. That's quite alright. I prefer to eat alone, so I might appreciate my meals without distraction. Kind of relatable, honestly. Aloof as always, I see. Well, no matter. The rest of us can share a meal and then some pleasant conversation then, eh? Benny, old chum, the usual potato mochi if you please, but make it for 3 today. Potato mochi. Wonderful stuff, Benny. Much obliged. Your potato mochi never failed to please. Also, is no one going to point out the professor's hat? It's pretty cool. Pretty interesting in the good way. Oh well, it's the style. Professor Laventon, where exactly did you meet our visitor here? Well, you know of the Great Hole in the Sky? The one people call the Space-Time Rift? Our new friend fell right out of it. You can't be serious. I like those buns or whatever in the middle of the table. I don't know what they actually are. Are those potatoes? I think I'm your only viewer, at least the only one chatting, but I'm going to have to leave for now. Won't be back for an hour or so probably. No problem. Again, I was probably should have expected to be on my own for the majority of the stream just because I imagine most people will probably want to not be spoiled and that sort of thing. So yeah, most people probably want to play this game themselves. I understand that. I understand that I'm mainly going to be by myself, but I'm going to just experience the game and have fun with it. But thank you for chatting for a bit. It'll be nice if you do come back later on, but don't feel pressure to if you can't. Get your sculptures finished. I'm excited to see how they turn out. Come now, I am a scientist. My job is to observe and explain any and all phenomena. I'm concerned myself with only facts. Now that you already know there are many Pokemon here in the Hisui region, that there are in the grass, in forest, by water, or wherever they like. Our job as the Survey Corps is to research them and find out what kind of creatures they are. We all know this, well, we know this much. Pokemon are terrifying creatures. Then cut to like Pikachu lolloping in the grass, just like terrifying. And he just screams. It's all but impossible to know what kinds of powers they might possess or what sorts of wondrous things they can do. But that's where Jason will come in. We'll just send you off to be eaten by him. He successfully caught 3 Pokemon, 3 of them in quick order, you understand. Nobody in the Galaxy team is capable of a feat such as that. This means that we can finally begin our Pokemon research in earnest. Really? I don't want to judge, but it's hard if people can't throw a ball at whatever. How long has this Survey Corps been around? 3? We have a hard enough time catching even 1 when wild Pokemon come after us. I mean, I understand catching a Pokemon that's coming after you. That might be hard, I understand that. But if you're like sneaking up on them, it can't be that hard to throw a ball at something. You have to have pretty good aim, I guess. I mean, I'm saying this all, but if I was like in this situation, I don't know if I have very good aim. I probably wouldn't do that great. Oh well, to be perfectly fair, the Pokemon that fled to the beach weren't on the attack. But the key to catching Pokemon is getting close enough to aim your Pokeball well, and it seems our new friend is fearless enough to do just that. Oh, okay, so they are explaining a bit. It's just people don't want to get anywhere near the Pokemon, really, because, you know, it's fair, even some of the cutest Pokemon do possess, like, destructive powers. So it's understandable. I guess I can get that. Does the Survey Corps really have the leeway to be enjoying a leisurely meal at this hour? Your captain just ordered 10 whole portions of potato mochi, you know? The slow process on your Pokédex of yours clearly has her on edge. I'm sure we'll start to rein in the good captain's stress eating soon enough. Now, have your fill, Jason. And think, if you make it into the Galaxy team, you'll never have to worry about a meal again. The team provides for all its members' needs, even if said members fell out of the sky. Wow. Being a part of the Galaxy team seems like a pretty sweet deal then. That was quite delicious indeed. Yes, the food was lovely, but more importantly, you do remember that Jason has a trial to pass to join the Survey Corps, don't you? Not to worry, I have complete confidence in Jason's skills. Let's hope it's not misplaced. Jason, was it? For tonight at least, we'll provide you with a place to sleep. You may use our quarters there. Looks nice. But if you fail to pass a trial, we put to you tomorrow, you must move on. You'll be expelled from the village to meet your fate, and perhaps your death in the wilds. What the hell? They used the D word in Pokemon. Wow. This game really is, like, more harsh. If you suck at your job, will throw you to die, essentially. Yeah, my expression is very, very justified. Cat and Silene's somewhat like Hisui in that they're both quite harsh. Now, she simply puts on a stern front to help keep us all safe. At any rate, I think it's time we turned in for the night, eh? It's a good thing one can't fall out of the futons we sleep in here. I imagine our new friend has had enough fooling for one day. And with that, I bid you both good night. Yes, good night. A good night. The rift in the sky, people falling from it. This world is full of mysteries. Is that Mount Coronet in the background? Because this is like Sinnoh, right? I wonder why the region is called Hisui and not Sinnoh. Like, I wonder why it got changed to Sinnoh. I'm not gonna, like, have my expectations high that, like, I'll be getting a lot of world building in this game. It's Pokemon at the end of the day, and the stories are never that deep, so... I need to accept that I probably won't get answers to any of my questions. But who knows? Who knows? I'm not saying that I would be mad at the game if they don't explain these things. I honestly don't care that much, but, you know, I'd appreciate the detail. Togepi! Oh, cute. I want to have a Togekiss on my team. I really like Togekiss, it's one of my favorites. The Galaxy team is made up of several cores. Let's see, there's the security, construction, the agriculture cores, and a few others besides. I didn't know that. I'm excited to get out there and start catching some mons. It's very wordy so far, this game. Ooh, okay, this is quite nice. This isn't bad. I can vibe with this. Ah, I can save. Okay. Just wanted to see if I could save my game. Oh, I took off my shoes. Wait, no I didn't. Oh, what? Oh, he magically puts his shoes on. Shoes off when he goes on the wood. That's funny. That's kind of strange. I like the detail though. Like that attention to detail. Oh, hi Tiago. Oh, you brought the council with you, I see. How's the game so far? Teleporting shoes? I haven't done much yet. It's mainly just been tutorial and some dialogue world building. I haven't actually done anything yet. But I'm quite enjoying it so far. Things to take away. The graphics aren't anything impressive, but not the worst I've seen. The facial expressions of the characters is actually a big improvement from more recent Pokemon games. I quite enjoy. And also, this game is like quite harsh, at least in terms of the story, because like they're saying that old Pokemon like are dangerous and they injured me, and then this guy is like, hey, or this girl is like, hey, if you don't like earn your keep and you're no good at catching Pokemon, then we'll throw you out the village and you'll probably die. So I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, quite interesting. I really like the direction that this game is going in. I think the mainline game should probably take a page or two out of this game's book. Speaking of books, checking survey tips. Survey tips contain all sorts of useful information to help you carry out your survey work in the Hisui region. To read them at any time, simply press the up button to open the menu, then go to the help screen. And your tips for team members: don't wish your tours to be forgotten. Diligent record keeping will save you from such a fate. I've already way ahead of you. Teleporting shoes, yeah. I had to bring up the council just in case Cosmo Sheep shows up. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know, because not every Pokemon is going to be in this game, of course. So Cosmo Sheep might not even be in this one. Or Kadabra. But who knows? We'll have to see. Change outfit. Yeah. Just until tomorrow morning? Yes. I'm quite excited to play this more. I'm like excited to really get into it. I mean, yeah, isn't this like ancient times, right? Ancient-ish. I don't think it's like ancient, but I do think it's like... It's in the past for sure. Holy... Whoa. It's because, like, Pokeballs are a thing, but they're, like, kind of primitive Pokeball technology. So it can't be that far in the past, but it's got to be a few hundred or something. I don't know. Good morning, Jason. Are you up? Quite some lightning last night, wasn't it? I'm going to up the game sound just a tad more, just in case. I feel like it might be a bit quiet. If any of you in the chat can't hear the game very well, let me know and I can increase the volume, because I will admit the game is a little bit quiet just by default, so let me know and I can up it if you need to. Random lightning goes whoosh. Are Kadabras in this game? If there is, find an alpha one. Who knows? I literally don't know what Pokemon are and aren't in this game. I mean, I know some from the trailers, of course, but I don't know all the Pokemon that are in this one, so we'll have to see. Today's the day of your trials, so let's give it our all. What do I have to do for this trial? This chest looks like you saw lots of items in it. This literally looks like a Monster Hunter looking house. Like, this feels like a house you get in Monster Hunter. You got the mirror, you got the bed, you got the stove, you've got the item chest. It looks very Monster Hunter-y to me. I wouldn't be surprised if this is kind of like Monster Hunter, but except of killing monsters, you're catching them. What lovely weather we've got. I hope you had a nice sleep, even if this land is strange and new to you. Let's get to the headquarters. Captain Silene is waiting. Yup. Alpha Kadabra, you mean? In Cosmo Sheep's true form. I'm only back to say it's done. Sending a picture to the server. Oh, cool. Is that up? Congrats on finishing it. Plot twist. This is Monster Hunter Pokemon. I quite like the music in this town, or village rather. There's something about it that's a little bit calming. It's calming, but a little bit mysterious sounding as well. I just want to get out there and start chucking balls at animals. This might be like Monster Hunter, you can catch them instead of killing them. You mean Monster Hunter Stories? Oh yeah! Monster Hunter Stories is basically like very Pokemon-esque, isn't it? So, I mean, obviously this game has a lot of Breath of the Wild inspiration. So, it's got that. It's a bit of Pokemon, a bit of Breath of the Wild, a little bit Monster Hunter in there as well, and that's basically what this game is. The Survey Corps officers are here on the first floor. Don't give up, keep those eyes open. The wild Pokemon, they were everywhere, attacking from all sides. I sent out my partner Pokemon, but against a whole pack, outnumbered. This is what happens when you go so far afield, but the medical corps will put you to rights. That man's with the security corps. And even with his own partner, he took a beating from a wild Pokemon. Literally Pokemon attacking people. And like... Okay, probably Pokemon are out killing people. Without a partner Pokemon of your own, you might find this trial particularly trying. What I like is that, you know, people getting injured, that's realistic. There are like these creatures with like, you know, destructive powers. And it's rarely something that's brought up in the mainline games, that Pokemon are quite dangerous and people can get hurt. And I like that this game is sort of bringing that more into light. I like it. Without a partner Pokemon of your... Oh, I already read that. Captain Silene, Jason is here. You may enter. Just realised the Pokemon games are slowly turning into the anime, which I usually don't mind, would be heckin' amazing. Yeah. Like, in terms of, like, gameplay and stuff. The thing I like about Pokemon Sword and Shield is how big the gym battles are. Like, Because in the anime, since the very first season, the Pokemon League was always like this big event with a large crowd in a giant stadium and an arena, and I thought that was so cool. But in the games, it was just like a tiny puzzle room with some trainers and a guy at the end that you have to fight. I always wanted the gym battles to be like this giant, big event tournament, and Pokemon Sword and Shield do that, and I really like that, and I want them to do that more. So the games are and the anime are slowly converging, and I like it. And then now you've also got like the chucking Pokeballs at the Pokemon instead of just pressing a button and watching a cutscene do it for you. I like it. I just realized oh yeah, because now you can get hurt by wild Pokemon just like in the anime. Yeah, that too. Oh yeah, I love the crowd hype in Sword and Shield. Yeah, it's really cool. I honestly love that. Hello, Mitch. I believe you changed your name recently. I don't know if you'd rather me call you something else for short now that you've changed your username. Very nice to have you here. Thank you very much for joining me. How's your day? How's everyone doing? But, big but rigged because you have 6 and they have 3. You have infinite heal so you can't possibly get them. Yeah, that's the big issue with Sword and Shield. It's just a bit too easy. I'd love some kind of difficulty toggle or something in a future Pokemon game. Something that makes it harder, because I like the vibe and atmosphere of the gym battles. It's just a shame that they're not that tough, and you'll probably never lose. Let us get straight to it. If you wish to join the Galaxy Expedition team, prove yourself capable by going out into the Obsidian Fieldlands and catching 3 different species of Pokemon: Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx. Catching 3 Pokemon from the start? No one in the Galaxy team has ever managed that. Did this stranger not catch 3 different Pokemon only yesterday? Trial should be simple enough for him, if the professor wasn't exaggerating things, that is. This lady is... She's got smart noodle. Like she's playing me. Almost forgot to say, hope you're having a good day in the evening. Yeah, I did change my username. Oh no, it's okay, you can call me Mitch, but just woke up from sleeping. I was too tired today. That's understandable. I hope you're feeling alright. I just finished that sculpture, so yes, it's good I've finally done that. Does everyone only have 1 Pokemon? Yeah, I guess it's because everyone just sucks at catching Pokemon except for me. Because I'm the protagonist. Yeah, El Chad, I just saw your sculpture on the group chat. It looks really cool. The detailing on the outfit and the shoes is quite impressive. Because, you know, a sculpture of that stuff is not easy. I like it a lot. Excited to see what you do next. Doesn't Black White 2 have a hard mode? I think it does, but I think you have to like unlock it or something. And I think all it really does is up the levels of some of the Pokemon. I don't think it's that substantial. I'd like something a bit more for like a true hard mode. I want them to like increase all the trainers, the amount of Pokemon each trainer has, up their levels, maybe even change up the teams of the trainers you fight. That might be going a bit far. I mean, I'm trying to be realistic here. How much are they actually going to want to do? But honestly, a difficulty select would go a long way to making people feel more included and just sort of allowing people to get into the games more. Because, you know, the original fans of the original games are older now and they want more of a challenge. I mean, Nuzlockes are a thing, but something in the game for reals would be better, wouldn't it? The Galaxy team does not have the means to provide for those who only take without giving. If you wish to stay, you must prove beyond a doubt that you can be an asset to our cause. I will lend you one of our Survey Core satchels to carry whenever you may need in the field. Also, there's just an Aber in the back that no one's gonna acknowledge. That's fine. That satchel doesn't exactly match your mode of dress. Yeah, no, that's kind of dumb. Hikari, I expect you to step in for if anything goes awry. Team Galaxy Teams Entry Trial. The Galaxy Teams Entry Trial. I've got to learn English. Press the Y button to consult the map in your ARC phone. You can check the tasks you've been waiting. There are two types, missions and requests. Missions must be completed across your adventure, while requests are optional and given by people you meet. Cool, 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 cool. Man, you are like the most powerful character right now. Yeah, I know, and I've only just started. Whenever they add the ability to control your Pokemon, then they have a crazy adaptable enemy AI. Abra? You know what that means, right? Oh my god, Kadabra and Alakazam are probably in this game then. Because you could probably just evolve them. Yeah, it's confirmed. Whether or not we'll find them in the wild is another story. Pardon, Jason, come with me a moment. Going again for now. If you still live, I'll be back later. Sure. Thanks for stopping by. Now then, a jolly good morning to everyone. Is something the matter, Professor Lavington? In order to complete our Pokedex and, well, simply survive in this unforgiving land, Jason absolutely must pass this trial. And as a professor of Pokemon, I've got just the ticket to help him accomplish that. He's such a, jolly guy. Gru. Foo. Splish splash. I should voice act for the Pokemon. It's only a matter of time, yes. Scary. Go on, Jason. Pick the Pokemon that strikes your fancy. With a partner of your own, you'll be able to fight off wild Pokemon outside the village. These little darlings are very dear to me, but it's plain to see that they're rather curious about you. Well, my boy, which Pokemon would you like to keep as your very own? Okay, well, I already knew what starter I would choose before I even started this game. But I will admit, it's a difficult choice. They picked 3 Pokemon for your starter in this game. It's a difficult decision. They're all pretty good. But I already had my heart set on this guy. Do you want Rowlet as your first partner? Yes. Oh, look at him. How could you not? Oh. He's a round boy. The Oshawott looks pretty offended that I didn't choose him. He's like, what the f... Owl. Reminds me a bit of the Kahoot from Rise. Oh yeah. I haven't played much Rise and Wheats because I'm still waiting for my sister to catch up with me. But they're so busy these days. I might have to remind them because they've probably forgotten. I'll be right back. Sure. And with that, one of the Pokemon you caught at Prelude Beach for me will now be yours to keep. Good show. I've tucked Rowlet back inside its Pokeball for you, so take it, it's yours. Thank you. You received Rowlet. He's mine. A word of advice, my boy, pay close attention to which Pokeballs are empty and which ones contain Pokemon when you're out in the field. Huh. Yeah, that's something that they never explain. I like that they kind of acknowledge it here. It's that, how on earth do the Pokemon trainers know which Pokeballs contain which Pokemon and which are empty? Because they all look the same. I mean, you can get like different kinds of Pokeballs, but still, all the Pokeballs, there's no real way to tell which is empty and which isn't. At least from the outside, you kind of have to just go with it. But in the anime, they always just whip out a Pokeball and be like, I choose you. And it's like, how do you know whose Pokeball that is? I don't know. I like how they kind of acknowledge it here. It's just one of those things that, you know, it's just how it is. You can't really explain that. Mind Link? Yeah, I guess. It's just intense friendship. Brainwave energy, yeah. Connection with your Pokemon, friendship and all that, probably. They look as if they're cheering on their friend Rowlet. It looked to me that they were more like cursing Rowlet because I chose him and not them. But, oh well, I can't speak Pokemon. Or perhaps they're jealous that it gets to help with you or with your trial. Oh, Akari's... Me and Akari, we're minds melded, we know what's up. That could well be. They did go dashing from the village when Jason fell out of the sky. Well, why can't I just have them? I'd be happy with having all 3, honestly. Why not just give them to me? I caught them. Well, not to worry, you two. I'll have you assist with me in my research for now. Cool. Please splash. By the by, what species has Captain Silene charged you with catching? Well, that's smashing. All three of those species can be found in the Obsidian Fieldlands. Let me give you some Pokeballs to use during your trial then. Oh, I forgot to ask, did you do the tutorial that I can't specify? Oh wait. I forgot to ask, did you do the one tutorial that I can't specify because it's spoilers and eventually that you haven't done it? Probably not. I haven't really played much of it at all since the last time I mentioned Monster Hunter Rise. I really do want to play more of it because I was really enjoying it, but I kind of let it slip away from me because I do want to play some with my sister, and I also want to stream some Monster Hunter Rise with my sister. I'm sorry it's taken so long for me to do that. But I am just waiting for my sister to catch up with me, and they're so busy right now, and I don't want to pile on more stuff onto them. So I'm just going to have to be patient for now, I'm afraid. But I do still want to do a Monster Hunter Rise stream at some point, for sure. He just gave me 20 Pokeballs. Didn't I just get 50 the other day? Man, you'll probably be throwing Pokeballs left and right in this game if they're giving you that many. These Pokeballs may be handcrafted, but they work a treat, as you've already seen. You'll have this trial cleared in no time. I guess you're finally ready. You'll have to leave the village for your trial, turn left after you exit headquarters, and then head for the gate. Can I get some new clothings? Oh wait, I only have 20. Where did my 50 from the other day go? Oh, hello. Pesal. It's safe here in Jubilife Village. Don't forget you can always return here and rest and recover. So this is the hospital wing. I quite like the interior design of this place. It looks quite cool. Oh, hello. Oh, he's eating the berries. Where's the Oshawott? Is Oshawott here? Is he gone off somewhere? Oh, here he is. Hello. He's just vibing in here. He's like, help, I'm stuck. No, the game just knows a lot of people probably have bad aim. Yeah. They're compensating for the bad aim. I would like to explore this place some more, but I honestly just want to get out there and start catching some Pokemon, so let's just go. Can I throw out my Pokemon? Hey, I can. Hello. Oh, you can just chuck out your Pokeball and just chat with your Pokemon whenever. Hello. Oh, you're so precious. Oh, I love you. I love him. Okay, return. That's pretty crazy cool that you can just chuck him out whenever. And return. There we go. Can I chuck you on the roof? No. That's cool. See, it's more like the anime. You don't have to be in battle to throw out your Pokemon. You can just do it whenever. I'm gonna bring in like a Salamence or something and just chuck it and just watch everyone scream. It's like just a prank, bro. So am I leaving like this? Oh no, I gotta go over here. Whoops. I wonder if I can sprint somehow. Oh, I can. Whoops. I wish sprinting was assigned to a button and not the analog stick. I'm generally not a fan of that. Is there a different way to dash? No, it seems like it's just on an analog stick. Yeah. Oh well, I'll get used to it. Return. This place is neat. I like this. Liking the village. Oh, an item box. Slowly but surely turning into the anime. Yeah, and that's not a bad thing. Oh, what a curious getup you have there. I can already tell you're quite the character. And same to you, buddy. I'm Volo of the Ginkgo Guild, the go-to choice for any of your mercantile needs here in Hisui? Is it merchantile? I don't know. I've heard talk about you. Fell from the sky, didn't you? Now that's certainly the tale I'd like to hear. That's basically the whole thing. Oh, and you've a Pokémon. You're certainly full of interesting surprises. Investigating the odd and novel is key to any good merchant success. So what do you say? How about you and I see how our Pokémon stand up to one another in battle? Alright. The face of my character was just like, okay. I didn't seem too enthusiastic, but whatever. Brings out Rayquaza and causes mass panic. Just a prank, bro. Literally, I want to do that. Surely you can catch legendaries in this game. I like you better and better. What a delightful find. I am no object, sir. I've also heard about this trial you're attempting. Let's have a quick battle to get your blood pumping before you head out. Although I hope you'll know you'll lose your Pokemon's HP. You'll lose if your Pokemon's HP reaches 0. Sorry, I'm trying to English. Ginkgo, guild member Volo challenge you to battle. Oh, this music though. Togepi! Oh, what a cheat. I don't want to have to kill one of my favorites. Oh well. It's quite far away. Oh! The Togepi literally runs up to get closer. Oh my god. That's cute. It's more realistic that way, because naturally, yeah, they'd have to run closer to each other to fight. Like it, like it. Can you move? Shite, I can move. I'll kick you. Your little football just... This is cool. I'll stay here. I'll play along. Yeah, battles don't just take place in some kind of hell dimension where it's just you and your Pokemon just slap each other until one dies. Okay, let's try it. The music's pretty good. Oh, I know Gust. That's kind of weird. Don't starters normally know like Tackle or Scratch or something? Oh well. Opposing Togepi use Tackle. Okay. What an interesting first opponent. Togepi. That's quite an interesting one. It's not the usual first Pokemon encounter you'd usually get in typical Pokemon games. You did. The battle theme is like kind of a remix of the Diamond and Pearl battle theme. Moves, items, use them well and the world will open up to you. Can you move? Can you stand between them? You certainly can. Damn, that's really strange. I'm surprised that they would give you that much freedom. Just punch the other trainer and run. That's how you win. What if you just stand in front of your Pokemon when it attacks? Oh, I gotta try that next time. Your trainer might just move out of the way or something, but I'd like to test that next time in battle. It's always good fun to have your Pokemon do battle, don't you think? And as they gain experience through battle, they'll learn more moves and grow even stronger. Yes, I know how to Pokemon. But so few people here have their own Pokemon. If only more knew how to use Pokeballs. At any rate, let me help our two battlers recover from their little exercise. Yeah, it must be... Pokemon battles must be incredibly uncommon in these times if people are running scared from Pokemon all the time. Pokemon trainers and battlers must be rare. Interesting. And to you, my sky-fallen friend, I present some potions and thanks. A potion, thanks. Cool. An NPC didn't just give them to me, I actually had to earn them. through an easy tutorial battle, but still. You can use them on your Pokemon whenever they might have worn out from battle. I'll be hoping that you're successful on that trial of yours. More Galaxy team members means more customers for yours truly, after all. This guy was nicer than I thought. I took a look at him and I thought, oh, this guy's going to be a douche, but no, he's actually quite friendly. I'm happy they give you this much freedom. Yeah, for sure. It's really refreshing, honestly. Closer to the anime, yeah. Not going to be here for now, but I'll probably join sometime later to watch the funny game. Sure. Hi, Snatch Kid. I hope you're doing well. A thing aren't going well. Just pull an Ash and stand between your Pokemon and the enemy attack. Yeah, like in the first movie. Oh, damn it. I didn't read that. Now, to the Obsidian Fieldlands. When you're leaving Jubilee Village, make sure you choose a destination from your map and tell Rest the guardsman where you're going. That way, someone can come to your aid if you're knocked out by a Pokemon. Wow, more world building and explaining how all this stuff works. Like in-universe. Your trial begins just a short way past that front gate. Literally, it's like, tell the guy where you're going so that someone can come get you if you get nuked by a Pokemon. This NPC looks like Dawn. I'm pretty sure it is supposed to be kind of like an ancestor Dawn or something like that. It's like, the fact that she looks like Dawn is definitely intentional for sure. You're Jason, correct? I was informed you'd be passing through. Your trial will take place outside the safety of the village. Please take care and come back alive. Sure. I'll try and do that. I'm excited! We're gonna finally catch some Pokemon. We're an hour and a half into this stream and I haven't actually done any of the Pokemon stuff yet. Not really, anyway. I've had a battle, I've caught a few Pokemon, but you know. I want to really get into it. This is our base camp, the last safe haven before you reach the wilds. For your trial, you must catch 3 species of Pokemon, Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx. Are you ready to get started? Oh, Professor, is something wrong? Well, you see, Captain Silene got a hold of me after you left. She impressed upon me that I bear full responsibility for what happens to our sudden guest. That's our unsparing captain, but what help can you offer out here, Professor? To be honest, my dear girl, I don't intend to lift a finger. Jason's talents are the real deal. He'll pass with flying colours, you'll see. So the responsibility for him still lies, in fact, with me then. Well, I'm sure Jason will be fine. Let's begin the trial. Yup. It's Dawn's It's Dawn's great grandma. Tell this dude where you are going in the case you get jumped by laser spitting fish. Yeah. Our sudden guest. I choose you. Oh, you literally can't throw a Pokeball at his face. I was about to chuck my Rowlet at him, but the game literally is like, no, not allowed. Okay. Fine. Why is there a music note? Hello, my boy. Return. Okay, so this is like base camp. This is literally very like where the Monster Hunter comparisons come in more. Like, you know, item box, camp, choose your stuff, and then get going. What does he mean by sudden guess? Weren't you like born there? No, it's kind of like a twist actually. I wasn't expecting this, but it seems that your trainer is from the future or something, or there's like time travel stuff going on here, and you've been taken to ancient Pokemon times. It's unclear if the protagonist is from the future Pokemon world or if they're from like the future like real world. You know, no Pokemon. I think it's more likely that they're from the future Pokemon world. And you've just time traveled back in time. It seems like Arceus sent us back in time to collect Pokemon for some reason. That seems to be... That's the plot as I know it so far. Oh shoot, yeah. We were like spit out of a wormhole in the sky and now we're in this world. This is Aspiration Hill. The species of Pokemon you meant to catch all live here. Ooh. Obsidian Fieldlands. When do I get my new clothing? Oh, I didn't read that. Bidoof! Ah! Oh, there you go. The key is to aim carefully. Now that you seem... Not that you seem to need my advice. I'm just showing what I know. Hold down the L to focus on a wild Pokemon and keep your sights and nearby. Okay, lock on. Bidoof has a mellow disposition. That means it tends to not run from people, so this will be easy. Oh Lord, God sent you back in time to fight laser-spitting fish. Yeah. Still don't know why we were sent back in time, but we'll see. We'll have to see. Again, not sure if this is back in time or some kind of alternate dimension or something. I think it's more likely that it's just time travel, but who knows. You want to be able to catch a Bidoof with a well-thrown Pokeball. There he is. Ever since I saw that Bidoof short film on YouTube, my liking for Bidoof has gone up a bit. There he is. Got him. You caught a Bidoof, well done. Time to find your next Pokemon. Running. Catch a Starly, the second Pokemon species new for your trial. Okie dokie. There's one. Starly. There's a Starly. They're skittish little things. They'll run if startled. Deet. But you should be able to get close to them if you crouch. It'll be harder to spot. Press the B button to crouch, make half a Pokemon nose, press the same button again to rise. If you creep into a grass and crouch low, it'll be hard for Pokemon to detect. Wow. I'm really enjoying the gameplay so far. You gotta like sneak up on them and stuff. That's neat. I like. Check. Sweet. My aim was true. I've got a spoiled apricorn. When did I get that? That's Starly caught as well. Only one more Pokemon to go. Running. When did I get a spoiled apricorn? Or is it apricorn? I don't know. Can I throw it? Oh. Whoops. I didn't know it would blow up. Oh well. It was spoiled. I forgot. There's something I ought to teach you, since you're still new to this. Here's a proper way to throw your partner's Pokeball. As Captain Silene tells us, an item at the ready, but... Have an item at the ready but want to send out Pokemon? Press X. Have Pokemon at the ready but want to throw an item? Press X. The Captain's a real expert on these things. Yes, the Captain tells you how to press the X button. Try throwing your Pokemon's ball at rocks or trees like this one to have it investigate. If your Pokemon finds any berries or other items, it will bring them to you. Now's the time for your partners. Now it's time for your partners to shine. There we go. Got there in the end. Damn it! I pressed the button. So I've got multiple Pokemon now. But Rowlet's my boy. Oranberry? Sweet. I'll send out my Bidoof. What's he up to? Hello. Hello, my boy. Okay, return. There, that Shinx. Dun-dun. Shinx has an aggressive disposition. Could you already tell that? More or less. Thought you might. I can never tell until I focus on a Pokemon carefully. Once aggressive Pokemon get irate? I don't know. They'll knock aside any ball you throw at them. Take cues by focusing. Huh, okay. When you use the ZL button to focus on a Pokemon, you can see how easily it may be to catch. The more arrows you see pointing above the Pokemon, the easier it will be to catch. Okay. An X icon will appear above a Pokemon if it has picked a fight with you. Be warned, Pokemon displaying this icon cannot be caught unless you engage them in battle. Don't worry though, I'll teach you the trick to catching aggressive Pokemon. You've got to battle them. Once they're absorbed with battling, you can throw a Pokeball at them to try and catch them. Why is Akari staring at the camera? Right now, you've got several Pokemon of your own, don't you? Take one of their Pokeballs and throw it near a wild Pokemon you want to battle. I have no doubt you'll hold your own in battle. It's easy to start a battle against a wild Pokemon. Simply throw a Pokeball that contains one of your own Pokemon at it. If you can see that you currently have an item ready to throw, not a Pokemon, press the X button. It will allow you to toggle between your thrown items and your Pokemon team. I'm a bit too far away on that one. Oh lord, he coming. Go. Let me get in between them and see what happens. Use Gust. Yeah, he just straight up does the attack through me. It's fine. This music's pretty bopping though. What's Leafage do? Oh, it's an attack. Okay. Oh, whoops. I was supposed to catch it, not kill it. My bad. I got too invested in the battle that I killed it. Shinx is looking around. Okay. Let's this time do it right. Yeah, this music is like a remix of the Diamond and Pearl battle theme. Okay, now I'm ready. Items? Pokeball, use. So it's more traditional this way. Oh shoot, you straight up got Isekai'd. Ah, yes. I only recently found out what Isekai'd means, or what that sort of word actually means. I didn't know for the longest time, but I only recently realized what it meant. Word explanation. Isekais are a type of anime. Oh, right, you're just giving me an explanation. Isekais are a type of anime with a protagonist usually from a different world, dimension, time. And the term getting isekai can be referred to any time a character getting taken from point A to B. More often than not, they transport there because of a higher being. Point B usually being an unfamiliar world dimension. Sorry for the long message. No problem. I don't need to explain it. Whoops, sorry. I mean, you didn't know I knew. Also, it's nice to clarify because I could have been wrong. But yeah, I recently discovered what isekai meant. But it was nice to clarify because I could have been wrong. You approached those Pokemon without even a hint of fear and caught each one. Well, actually, I killed one of the Shinx. You're like a gift the sky dropped to us. Ah, that's like the nicest thing anyone in this game has said to me. Ah, and I've got a happy face now. With you at our side, I think the Survey Corps has a real chance of compiling a complete Pokédex as we've been ordered. This is wonderful. I'm still curious why on earth you came falling from the sky like you did, but for now, let's tell the professor we're ready to head back. Yup. Oh, I said you passed the trial with flying colours, and it seems you went and did just that. Congratulations, Jason. You've taken your first step towards seeking out every Pokemon. This calls for a commemorative photograph. Okay, so cameras are a thing. Okay. So it can't be that ancient times. Honestly, I kind of understood why some of the villagers are afraid of Pokemon. It is understandable. You can't really argue at them for being scared of Pokemon. It's understandable. They're like, they got crazy destructive powers at the end of the day. Oh! I did a little smile. With skills like yours, I suppose this was a foregone conclusion. Now then, we'd best report to Captain Silene. Time to head back to Jubilife Village, eh? Yep. I like how he took a picture and I just went, hey, just did a little smile. Also, I was not expecting a camera, so there's some, like, primitive technology aside from Pokeballs. In time, you'll be able to send Pokemon you've caught to live in the village pastures. You can bring up to six Pokemon with you into the field, in theory. Though, we've never had anyone skilled enough to do so. Come now, you two. Let's not dilly-dally. Captain Silene awaits our report at headquarters. I bet Captain Silene will be very pleased. Running. Imagine try to visit a friend in a different village and you encounter a Tyranitar. Yeah. The ancient version of a PC. They got dial-up connection. Oh, I just launched myself off of that. That was fun. Let's do that again. Woo! Woo! Me who's easily impressed. Okay. When do I get my new clothing? It seems he won't have to leave you to die after all. Jeez! Pretty cold. Again, the use of the D word in this game. Congratulations, you passed your trial. You can now hold on to that satchel. I must admit, you've impressed me. I set a high hurdle to judge whether a stranger like yourself could be worthy, but you've cleared it. This is yours, the official uniform of the Survey Corps. Yay! Survey Corps' uniform and a pair of Survey Corps sandals. Sandals look a bit weird, but whatever. Get changed in the room you used last night, then you're to report at once to the third floor. Present yourself in uniform to our commander. This is your first official order from your captain. I want to get changed. Oh yeah, I'm over here. I like how this lady is just like, congrats on not dying. Not even that, she was still like pretty, oh, it seems you're not dead. Okay, neat. Whatever. Ooh, what are these? There's some lovely stones that someone must have found, but they're just plain old stones. That's kind of weird. Or are they? They're going to become super plot relevant later on. Imagine if they actually do. I would have called that. Jason, you now hold the power to take over the village. Oh my lord. Time to put on your Survey Corps uniform and Survey Corps sandals. Ooh. Okay, so I can switch back to my old uniform whenever, but it looks kind of dumb, so... Sandals look a bit unusual. But I guess it's better than what I had. Ooh, you can like change the color of your eyes. Ooh, literally contact lenses, they're saying. I guess I'll go with my eye color is hazel, so I'll go with that. Do I not get a hat? I thought I got a hat. I got a hat on the cover of the box. You changed into your Survey Corps uniform. I guess I'll get my hat later. No one has more than one Pokemon. No one has evolved Pokemon. Grind some levels and turn into the villain. It's really easy to do that. Becoming the first Sinnoh villain. Twist. We have a twist. That would be crazy if that were to actually happen. Look how well our Survey Corps uniform suits you. Like we're the founder of Team Galactic or something. That would be so wild. It's almost as if the captain had it tailored just for you. I see you've changed. Regarding your accommodations, you may continue to use the room you slept in last night. You may wear this as well. Is it? Yay, it's the hat. Okay, the look is complete. I look a lot better now. Yes. I like. Akari's uniform is quite cool as well, I like. Now present yourself to the commander. Yes. Okay, I look a lot more... I look a lot better, essentially. I got the scarf. Look at the scarf. Wow. I can never pull off the scarf cape look in real life. But Mr. Unnamed Protagonist, oh well, his name's Jason, I gave him that name. But pulling off quite well. The hat just like completes the look, like in the hat. Okay, third floor. Again, I just want to get out there and start playing the game. I would want to explore this entire headquarters, but I want to just like play the video game. Wonder if sneak damage is a thing? Maybe. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. Either way. Like, you know how catching an enemy by surprise usually does bonus damage in stealth game? Yeah. So like, what if you sneakily throw a Pokeball? Will it have a high catch rate? Probably. I actually think that is a thing. I think like catching a Pokemon when they're unawares will increase the chances of you catching it. I think that is a thing. Or at least it would not surprise me if it is. I've been waiting for you. I am Kamado. Kamado? I don't know. Commander of the Galaxy Expedition Team. So you are Jason. This isn't. That would be my real life answer. My social skills. It's an honor. I'll be formal. You know your manners at least. I've been briefed on your situation, including how you fell from the rift in the sky. Now then, let's see what you're made of. Face me in combat. What, not Pokemon combat? Like combat? You look at my noodle arms. Try to throw him? Charge at him. I can't throw that guy. Yeah, I got killed. Hope so. Surprise a high-level Pokemon. Sneak catch it, go evil profit. You've got vigor, I'll give you that. Need to work on your sumo technique, but I do see some potential. Why don't I just chuck my Pokeballs at you and let my Pokemon kill you? Don't expect a warm welcome from everyone. Naturally, some will be slow to trust an outsider who literally fell right out of the blue. The superstitious among us might see your arrival as a portent of disaster. But you passed the trial that was put on you. No matter how old you may seem, you're part of the Jubilife village now. Dedicate yourself to the work of the Galaxy Expedition Team and complete the Pokédex. But I warn you, Jason, Pokemon are terrifying creatures. Keep your wits about you as you work. You fell from the sky and survived. Impressive. Yeah. Oh, there's the Abra. That Abra is essentially just the elephant in the room. No one's bringing it up. So the commander has accepted you. But understand this. You begin as a no-star recruit among our ranks. In other words, you have no rank at all. Wow, this woman is very cold. She's like, you suck. You are nothing. Oh, and then earlier she was like, oh, you're not dead. That's neat. Oh, hello, Mitch. You are back. Perform well as a member of the Survey Corps and you will move up through the ranks. Indeed, you see, the more you add to the Pokédex, the higher rank will become. And working on the Pokédex will also, of course, bring you closer toward that goal of yours, to seek out every last Pokémon. Here, you will need this. Obtained a recipe for crafting Pokeballs. Crafting. A recipe for crafting Pokeballs from scratch. Required materials: 1 apricorn and 1 tumblestone. And 3,000 Poké Dollars as well. You'll have to buy the necessary materials. Akari, you are an expert at crafting yourself. Teach our new recruit what he needs to know. Of course, Captain Silene. Now, as the experienced craftsperson here, let me explain a bit to start with. Crafting means making items with your own 2 hands. You can buy some of the items at the general store, but self-sufficiency is worth striving for. I can even make our most valuable tools, Pokeballs. I think where we'd be if we couldn't do that. You'll probably be dead. Let's head to the Craftworks. Wow, very tutorial heavy for a Pokemon game. Although, since this is a very new kind of Pokemon game, it makes sense that it'd be quite tutorial heavy. The Abra is the real villain. He's Cosmo hiding in plain sight. Yeah, this is like the origin story of Cosmo Sheep. It makes sense that this game takes place in the past. There he is. Abba. It's like the twist villain, hidden in plain sight. Also, I have noticed that when you move far away from Pokemon, they go into low poly mode. Which I understand for a game like this. I just think it's funny to see like the low poly Pokemon, and then they're like pop, and they're high def again. So, I don't know. It's not a complaint. It's a thing a lot of games do. It's just I like noticing it. Welcome, thanks Tiago. Yeah, Tiago's always welcoming, very friendly. Appreciate it. I hope you guys can hear the game fine. I assume you can hear the game alright and you can hear me. Just let me know if you want me to adjust it a little bit. Well done earning your place in our team. My name is Anthe? The local clothing. I don't know these words. The professor asked that I ready you a change of clothes. So here you go. I do hope they fit. Thank you. Everyday kimono and a pair of everyday trousers. I hope you will avail yourself of the village humble shops. Sure. Again, I've said multiple times before, I love it when games include cosmetics and outfits and stuff, but more often than not, I just stick with the default. But we'll see. If there's a piece of clothing that does catch my eye and I really like, then I'll probably wear it. If not, I'll stick with the default. This way to the Craftworks, Jason. Go. Aw, they're saying hey. I like how the guy just looked at my Rowlet. The Rowlet was like, hey, what's up? And then just left. What's this? Hairstyling. I like how, like, Silene earlier gave me 3,000 to go buy useful crafting materials, and the first thing I do is blow off all my money on getting a haircut. So what styles are they? That's my question. Messy ponytail? No, not into that. Not into that. Not into that. Not into that. Okay, I think the short is probably the best for me. Chestnut? Nah. Slate? Nah. Gold? Nah. Black? Is this not black? No, I guess not. White? Nah. hoping you gain more options. Then what's this? Oh, eyebrows. Alright. It looks like there's plenty of space to get more... like more stuff, so... yeah, I guess I don't need to change. Yeah, I had to pay the money even though I'm not actually changing it, which is kind of a rip-off. This is something that like the other Pokemon games do as well. All I wanted to see... I just wanted to see what the options were, but the game wants me to pay anyway. Which is pretty scummy business. Absolute bullcrap. Okay. What's the clothing shop like then? Literally, I'm blowing off all the money on stupid cosmetic stuff that I'm supposed to be using on crafting materials. I am Love Moon now. Also been busy? Hi Anthony, I like your glasses, yeah. Game wants you to unlock the drip. Scam. The barber just scammed you. It's true. It's true. This really is a harsh world. Hisui region is definitely harsh. Not just because of the Pokemon that are trying to kill everyone, but because you get scammed out of your money. Dog eat dog world, I guess. Whoops, I accidentally nudged my table. A special parcel has arrived with your name on it, but I don't know you. You received Shaman Fancy Kimono and a pair of Shaman Fancy Bottoms. I get Shaman stuff? What a precious gift. Please take good care of such fine attire. Who gave me that? Why do I have that? Well, what else you got here? Oh, what? Another one? Is this like DLC? Oh, is it because I've got Let's Go Pikachu and like Pokemon Sword save data? That's probably what this is. I didn't play Pokemon Brilliant Diamond or Shining Pearl yet, so I'm not going to get anything from that. But I have played Pokemon Sword and Let's Go Pikachu, so... Pikachu Festival Mask and Eevee Festival Mask. Okay, let me see. What do we have here? Okay, so we can get like different colors of our cap. Oh, we can get headbands. So we can go full ninja. Okay. Everyday kimono. That's not bad. Kimono's not bad. I'm like... I'll definitely consider a kimono at some point. Everyday trousers. Yeah, so these is just like... This is just, you know, different color variants of what I was already wearing. Ooh, karate. Okay, all right. We can get some different sandals. Okay, it is tempting, I will say. We can get some glasses. Okay. Nothing here is really striking my fancy for now, but you know, I'm tempted. It's tempting. Some of the stuff in there is tempting, but I'll stick with the default for now. I quite like this outfit as it is. I didn't actually care much for the outfit when I first saw it in the trailers, but it has I have warmed up to it more, so. Chuck my Pokeball on the roof. There we go. Oh yeah, I caught a Shinx earlier, didn't I? So let's check him out. Hello. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, I love you. I love you. Do you understand? Okay, bye. Oh my lord, this is where the effed up Pokedex entries come from. Things like the balloon Pokemon that just takes people. Probably. Yeah, I mean, the Pokemon world can be pretty messed up if you think about it in a certain way, and Those Pokédex entries must have come from somewhere. You can use the workbench here at the Craftworks anytime you need to make an item in the village. Crafting table. And I'll supply what you need to make your first Pokeballs once you're ready to begin. Call it my way of saying congratulations on joining us. Just spend the money you got from the captain on clothes, or whatever you think is best. Oh, okay, so I've got their blessing to spend it on clothes and hair and whatever. It's the scarf? Yeah. Yeah, the scarf. I quite like the scarf. It looks cool. Go up to the workbench and choose an item to craft. In this case, a Pokeball. Looks at Shinx. You will evolve into a cool Thunder Lion. It's true. It's true. Okay, so I've got stuff. I'll just craft as many as I can. Why not? Yay! Oh, now that's some fine craftsmanship. Hard to believe this was your first time stepping up to the workbench, my boy. Yes, I am the protagonist, so naturally I instantly excel at every endeavor. That's how it works. You'll recall, of course, that Pokemon possess the odd power to shrink themselves down. With the Pokeball we craft, we can make use of that power to catch them. So literally, this game is saying that Pokemon shrinking into the Pokeballs isn't actually the work of the Pokeball. All Pokemon, he's essentially saying, all Pokemon just have the power to shrink. And what the Pokeball does is make them do it, enforce them to shrink. But the ability to shrink is something that just that Pokemon just can do. And this game, that's what this game is saying. Like, I don't want to lie, this is such a big deal that they're just sort of brushing aside. Like, has that always been the case? Is this for real? Am I misinterpreting what he's saying? Also, that more Pokemon species can be duly recorded in a Pokédex. On that note, here you are. More handouts. Yay, Pokédex. Is it like a book? Yeah, it's a book. It's not like a high-tech thing. It's a little scrapbook, which is quite cute. Yeah, it is literally like a little scrapbook, and you like put pictures of them on. I like it. It is a cute little scrapbook. I want to catch a Togepi. I need a Togepi on my team. I'm sorry, I need it. What? No, it has to be a Legends Arceus exclusive thing. Maybe. Still. It is interesting. Oh, hi, Elshad. I prepared this volume just for you. I hope it aids you well on your aim to seek out all the Pokemon there are in this grand region. You'll have to complete lots of Pokédex tasks to help the professor fill out the Pokédex. Same goes for me, of course. I also got Pokemon to research as a Survey Corps member. I'd be all too happy to explain more about the research tasks I could use your assistance with. Come join me at the Fieldlands camp whenever you're ready, my good Jason. Man, the professor is like so nice and friendly. He's just a chipper guy with a funny hat, but he's pulling it off. Beauregard. Hey, excuse me, I couldn't help but overhear. If you're going to the Fieldlands camp, would you mind taking care of a request for me? Me and my face just literally blank stare, like, whatever. I'm standing guard, so I can't leave my post. But I'll be here at headquarters if you want to talk about it. So these are essentially side quests. I love me some side quests, so I want to get all up in that. Hey, so there's this Pokemon called Wurmple. Have you heard of it? Yeah, I've heard of it. Well, you see, I was having a chat with Professor Laventon, and he told me that after a Pokemon gains a certain amount of experience through battling and the like, it will sometimes change its appearance and become stronger. He said that phenomenon was called evolution. Ooh, that looks... wow. Is that a Pikachu? It looks demented, but that looks cool. Is that what evolution looks like in this game? That looks neat. Because all Pokemon randomly being able to shrink, you make so many conflicts in the franchise just not happen. Also, it would make Pokeballs very effed up because that would mean they shrink into darkness. Yeah. I mean, the professor earlier said that Pokeballs are cozy, so who knows. Maybe Pokemon have the ability to shrink, they just can't tap into that power by themselves. They need the Pokeball in order to trigger that power or something. I don't know. It's an interesting thing. Worth thinking about. And so I decided I want to raise a Wurmple myself and have it evolve. Oh, congrats, Guy. You're part of the Survey Corps, aren't you? If you catch a Wurmple, could you let me have it? There'll be a reward in it for you, I promise. Just get me that Wurmple if you can. I really want to get him a Wurmple because it seems like such a wholesome thing. Because, like, obviously owning your own Pokemon in this world is, like, quite a daunting task, and this guy seems so nice about it. He's like, oh, I really want my own Wurmple as a pet so that I can raise it and love it. And I'm like, God, man, I can't say no to that. That's such a pure request. I gotta get him that Wurmple. Hey, guy. I know Shinx's ears have odd markings on the insides, but what were they? No use. I can't remember. This'll keep me up all night. Hey, aren't you with the Survey Corps? If you catch a Shinx, could you show it to me? I've got to see one with my own eyes. Please, I can't remember for the life of me what those ears look like. It's driving me up the wall. I have one. Yeah, maybe. You caused the Pokemon revolution. Wholesome NPC, yeah, for sure. I have a Shinx. Can I just chuck it at you? Chuck. Ah, I think he likes you, sir. I got one of those Shinx to show me? Yeah. I thought I had to throw it near him, but no, I've got to, like, do it in the menu. Wait, what are you saying about Pokeballs? Essentially, this game implies that Pokemon shrinking down into Pokeballs. The ability to shrink is something that all Pokemon can do. All Pokemon have the ability to shrink, apparently. The Pokeballs only enforce that power. The Pokeballs don't actually shrink the Pokemon. The Pokemon just have that ability to shrink. That's what this game is implying. Like they can grow? I think that, yeah, supposedly they can shrink and grow. Or something. Like, they can't grow higher than their average size, of course, but they can shrink down and regrow to their normal size, apparently. And the Pokeball has the ability to make them do it. Which is really weird and interesting, but I'm, like, kind of into it, because that's kind of like a big deal. Honestly. And this game sort of treats it like it's just a whatever detail. Alrighty, let's have a peek at those round ears. He's wiggling his booty at you. Oh, look at him. Oh, that's it. It's ears that have yellow cross pattern on them, kind of like a star. Can't tell you what a relief this is. Felt like I had a bone stuck in my throat, only the throat's my brain and the bone's a thought. I think I love this guy. Wow, this guy talks like me. Thanks for helping me get the bone out. Me who was writing an explanation of the inner workings of a Pokeball in my Kanto adaptation, oh. I mean, it might be a thing that's exclusive to Legends Arceus, but this could just be a big, like, lore revelation on the inner workings of a Pokeball that affects the entire series. So who knows? That's why you can't Pokeball humans according to this game. That would make sense. That would make sense why, you know, Pokeballs only work on Pokemon. It actually makes a bit of sense. Okay, I completed my first side quest. Did he give me anything for that? I don't know. He probably gave me an item or something, I just wasn't paying attention. I want all that. Whoa, I can just walk through people. Okay. Is she a ghost? You're that newcomer who fell from the sky. Are you heading outside the village? Or am I the ghost? Sorry, that just came. Of course you are. The survey corps must have to get out and about to compile that Pokédex book they're working on, right? Well, on your way, kindly do me a favor. Find out all about Starly. Pokemon certainly are terrifying creatures, but when I see Starly, I feel simply whole. Not that I had the least desire to actually touch one, mind you. Please let me see a Starly's entry in that Pokédex the moment you've completed it. Why? Everyone's requests are so wholesome and pure. So I guess just catching the Pokemon doesn't complete its entry. Because I noticed there are a bunch of requirements here. Do I have to do all of these things? We'll see. Anyway, I want to get out there and start having some adventures. Adventure. Oh, does this map show me requests? Okay, I want to accept every request I can before heading out. Because I'll probably end up completing them just naturally. And I love me some side quests, so I want to do as many as I can. Probably. A big boys. Oh, hello. Hello. Aren't you a precious little guy? Sorry, just little Pokemon looking up at me just melts my heart a little bit. Hey. Oh, you're gone. Hello. Hi. Weasel, like, has a soft spot in my heart because the first ever Pokemon game I ever played was Pokemon Pearl on the Nintendo DS. And I vaguely remember what my team was, and I remember I did have a Weasel. So I always like have a soft spot for Weasel. I know I had a Torterra, like a Weasel that was a Floatzel eventually. I had a Noctowl, an Ambipom, a Raichu, and something else I don't remember. Can Pokemon of the same species really come in different sizes? I know the professor said they do, but I'll have a hard time believing it unless I see a different sized ones lined up side by side. If there really are Weasel bigger than mine, I'd love to see them alongside the one I have, for comparison's sake. Aw, he's cute. And you're a natural when it comes to catching Pokemon, right? I bet you see where I'm going with this. If you catch a Weasel bigger than mine, would you let me have it? I'll make it worth your while. These requests, it's hard for me to say no. Mainly because I'm not given an option. But also because I wouldn't, even if I was given the option. They're just such pure requests, it's hard for me to refuse. A dog thought you meant him then? Wait, what did I say when you were talking about Weasel? Oh, really? Does your dog have a similar name or something? Oh, right, when I was saying hello. Right, yeah. Yeah. Oh wait, I already know your dog's name. Duh. Well, tell your dog I said hi. Weasel. Oh, hello, Sonic Generations loading screen. He's the Grim. Oh, yes, that's the name. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry. The Grim. Righto, let's get to it then, shall we? In order to complete this Pokédex of ours, there are a great many research tasks I'll need your help to carry out, my boy. The details of these tasks can be found in the Pokédex for you to reference any time. Okay, I should probably pay attention to this. Research tasks are tasks you need to carry out to complete the Pokédex. Each Pokémon species has a different number and variety of research tasks. Press the down button to open your Pokédex, then check what kinds of research tasks are available for the Pokémon you've registered. When you've focused on a wild Pokémon in the field using the ZL button, you can also instantly check the research tasks for that species by pressing the down button to open your Pokédex right to that page. You can also instantly check the data. Okay, some Pokemon have some unusual research tasks. Be sure to check them out. You must catch and battle diverse Pokemon species and carry out plenty of research tasks. And so, my brain does not work. Do so, and you'll gain research points and other rewards for your work. Ooh, she's angry. One last piece of advice, Jason. If you see a wild Pokemon's attack coming your way, dodge it like your life depends on it. See, this game can get randomly intense sometimes. Like, oh yeah, you can die. Death is indeed a concept that exists in this world. Say again. Here, watch closely. I remember what I do so you can do it later. Do I not know what the word dodge means? Hup. Yoink. Whoa, impressive rolls. That beautiful flowing bit of gymnastics is what we call a dodge. If you're light on your feet, you can dodge out of the way of wild Pokemon's attacks. That way, hopefully you can avoid taking a beating and blacking out in the wilderness and dying. A gruesome, horrible death. The security corps had to collect me when I got the business end of some Shink's Thundershot. But don't worry, I've got lots of experience to draw on, and I'll teach you plenty. I quite like Akari. She's quite nice, and she's a little bit. She's got like what's it? She's got a little bit. She's pretty confident in herself. I like. Cool. So I can dodge now. Can I? There doesn't seem to be a jump button, so I guess I'm just hoofing it for now. Beedoof. The combat roll, I'm dead. Now let me share some survey core wisdom. Focus on a Pokemon with the ZL button, then press the down button to open the Pokédex. You'll see what kind of tasks we have for that Pokemon. Beedoof. Look at him! Ah. You might have noticed that you have a research task to do with how many Beedoof you caught. That's right, catching just one isn't enough. You need 2, then 4, then more and more. Oh, hello. Oh, bye. And when it's time to battle a Pokemon, remember the captain's switching wisdom. If you have items out, press X to ready your Pokemon. Give it a try now if you want. I'll go on ahead. Bye. Don't blame the NPC, and I'd also dodge and run out of the path of a Hyper Beam. NPC, this is how you avoid death. Proceeds to combat roll. This is how you move out of the way. This is how you have basic survival skills. Hello, boy. I guess I'll just chuck. Whoops. My chuck was not true enough. There we go. Hey, I got another one. So, what do I have to do to max out my Beedoofs? Investigate the Beetooth that bother the village. Method unknown. Huh. Number you've evolved. Number of forms you've obtained. Wait, there's 2 forms of Beetooth? That's not right. Does Beetooth have an alternate form? Or does that... Is that saying evolution? But it already has one. That's for evolution. Ah, oh well. Number of heavy specimens you've caught. Okay. Number caught. So once I catch 3, will I get like... Will I complete the Entry? Damn it. Damn it, I need to get closer. My aim is not true. Oh, I made him angry. Come back! No, please come back. Oh, whoops. No! Oh. My bad. I gotta work on that. What's this? Medicinal leak. Would have been nice if she combat rolled away instead of walking away. That would have been lovely. Would have loved that. I think it means Alpha Bidoof? Ooh, maybe. Well, there's some Starly over there. I kind of want to catch another Bidoof though. I'm all about that Bidoof life. Want me a shiny Bidoof. I assume this game has shiny Pokemon. I've never really been much into shiny hunting, but maybe this will be the game that that gets me into it. Who knows? Apricorn? Ooh, a tree. Go. Cool. I really like how you have to like chuck your Pokemon at stuff to make them do things. I've been spotted. I gotta snipe that kill. I mean catch. Stealthy time. Haha. Sweet. Cool, I caught 2 without being spotted. Stealth. So, what does that mean for my Pokédex? Okay, so there's 1 number you caught without being spotted, there's 2. So what happens when I do all of these things? It says research level. What does that mean? Oh well. I'm sure I'll get the gist. I think you've got it, but as a reminder, don't forget to open your Pokédex when you focus on a Pokemon to check your research task for it. It's just ZL, then down. Try checking your task for Starly next. Yeah, I messed up on catching those Bidoof. When if your task is to catch Starly without being spotted, right? Already way ahead of you, I just did that. If your task, try catching them while hiding in some tall grass. I'll go wait for you up ahead. Come catch up when you finish some tasks. There's a guy over here. The more energy a Pokemon's got, the harder it'll be to catch. If you battle a Pokemon with and lower its HP, or maybe inflict paralysis with a move like Shinx's Thundershock, it can be easier to catch. Okay, Roll bounce. Okay, I'm completely hidden. Chuck! Hey! Ooh, leek? I assume I can craft these into potions or something. Where are them Bidoofs at? I want to catch some more Bidoof, but they all ran away because they don't like me. I want the Bidoofs. Oh, there's a thing. There's some Shinx up ahead. And another Starly. Can I reach it from here? Chuck. Aha! Sick! Haha, that was a good shot, me. I'll pat myself on the back for that one. I felt the impact on that one. Plays beat of Rickroll music. New. Oh, a beach. It's a Bidoof. He doesn't want to be discovered by me. Look at him run. You're mine. Cool. Okay. Number of forms I've obtained, 2. Oh. So I've already obtained 2 forms of Bidoof? Maybe it means different forms as in different sizes. Number court, 3. How do I increase research level? Maybe I have to do all of these tasks. Let me try battling one. Seeing what happens. Yoink. Yoink. That was an actual thing for Bidoof Day in 2021? What day is Bidoof Day? And here we see a wild Bidoof in its natural habitat. It's about to get a gust to the face. And will probably die. Oh, I guess not. Sure, let's kill it. I think I have to defeat a certain amount of Bidoof as well. Hey, it dropped a thing. Oh, I liked the little doodle-doo on the music. That was cool. Yoink. Wow, I'm like really enjoying this game so far. I mean, the only real thing about it that I'm not too big on is, you know, the like performance and graphics aren't exactly impressive, but it's not really that big a deal to me. I'm not really that fussy when it comes to that kind of thing. But it's still fun video game. So I defeated one. You got to do a ton of stuff to max these out. Number of heavy specimens I've caught, number I've evolved. Well, all my Pokemon are gaining experience as I just do random crap around the world, so... Do you see that? That's a Weasel. He's yelling into the sky. Ah, he looks like he's all by himself. I want to befriend him. Look at him run. Tumblestone. Okay, how am I playing this? How about I chuck... How about I chuck Pokeball at Pokemon? Cool. Oh no, it didn't work. Battle. Wait, what if you stand in front of the beam attack? Because I just noticed Great just randomly appears under the enemy. Oh, okay. Let me try a different kind of attack then. Yeah, what if I try Leafage? Oh, it might kill it, but I want to give it a try. Okay. The attack literally does go through your trainer, but he does react to it. I wasn't expecting that. Either I was expecting the trainer to move out of the way, or I was expecting it to just go through the trainer and nothing happens. But no, it went through the trainer, but the trainer did like get nudged by it. He did react to it. Okay, this game still continues to exceed my expectations. Go. Yay! I caught Weasel. Oh, I love him. Let's say hey. Oh no, I don't have him in my party. Just got crappy Bidoofs and Shinx. I mean, I love Bidoof, whatever. How do I utilize items? Ah, that way. Yeah, all I've got is Bidoofs and Shinx. Oh, look at that! It's a Wurmple! Isn't that's the Pokemon that guy wanted back in the village? I gotta get it. It was sleeping, and I woke it up. Go back to sleep. Ah, you're mine. Hey. I caught the Wumple, and I'm gonna catch you too. Oh, Christ. There's literally nothing stopping you from just chucking a bunch of Pokeballs at anything you come across. Your only limit is the amount of Pokeballs you have, and you can just craft a bunch more. I could honestly, like, fully get into 100%ing this game, honestly. It seems right up my alley. I can see people getting Monster Hunter levels of playtime hours in this game, doing the Pokedex missions and all the side quests, and catching all the Pokemon, and shiny collecting, and level grinding. Yeah, I don't know how long this game's like main story is. I can't imagine it's that long. But there seems to be you can get a decent amount of mileage out of this game just by, 100%ing it, which seems really fun. You should have your Pokemon smash open sparkling rocks for you. You'll find tumblestones inside, the same tumblestones you need to craft Pokeballs. Here's a Kari. Around here you can find a Pokemon called Buizel. I'm already way ahead of you. Man, get on my level. It's got an aggressive disposition. Look at him run. That means it'll try to hit you with its moves, just like Shinx, and you'll need to battle it to catch it. The dangers of taking damage. If you take too much damage within a short time, you'll be in danger of blacking out. You can tell you're in danger when the edges of the screen turn red. Damage goes away over time, but you won't begin to recover if you're still being targeted by a wild Pokemon. If you take further damage after the edges of the screen have turned red, you'll become overwhelmed and black out. And die. With blood everywhere. And speaking of which, your research task for Buizel includes seeing it use a certain move. To be precise, you have to see it using the move in battle. That's right, some tasks require battling. Now, I'll go on ahead. You take care of some Buizel research tasks, then come talk to me. I already caught a Buizel. But what else do I have to do? Let me scan it. Number you've seen with electric type moves. Weasels can learn electric type moves? That's funny. Number of times you've seen it use Aqua Jet. I haven't seen it use that at all. Number defeated, number caught. Okay, let's try defeating one. It's only level 2, and I've got leafage. Haha. Okay, I need it to use Aqua Jet. Let's send out my Bidoof to stall for time. Can I do that? No, use Aqua Jet, you coward. Use Aqua Jet. Damn it. Maybe it's too low level to know that move. My Starly is just staring at the floor. Switching my other Starly that I have. Yeah, I'm starting to think that maybe this Buizel doesn't even know Aqua Jet, so I'll just use Gust on it. Grit dust? Oh, there's a thing over there. There's another weasel over there. Oh no, I threw my Pokeball just at its head. Oh lord, he coming. Okay, this weasel's a bit higher level, so maybe this one knows Aqua Jet. No! Use Aqua Jet. Do it. Do it. Do it. Damn it. I'm gonna be here all day. It seems to just be all about that quick attack. Fine, how about I just catch you instead? Chuck. I can come back and do these research tasks anytime, so... Oh, that was a large specimen, apparently. Cool. Cool, cool. I caught me a large specimen. Specimen. It's a creepy word. Okay, we got some more lovely Bidoof that I can just chuck. Mine. Oh, it didn't work. See? I like how I can just chuck a Pokeball at whatever and then just have it do its thing. Oranberry? I mean, Pokemon just generally, I feel like it just lends itself well to this kind of openness. You just run around and chuck Pokeballs or whatever you find. It's nice. I like. I'm a fan. If you're feeling worn out, have a rest in a tent at one of our base camps. You can also rest there to pass some time. If it's nighttime and you're scared of being out surveying, the tent is a fine option. So there's day and night cycle. Different Pokemon probably appear at the nighttime, so I should give that a try. Is that what I think it is? Look how graceful. I should hop in that tall grass and try and catch it. Yoink. I doubt a Pokeball on its own will work, but it's worth a shot. I threw it at its butt. Hey, it worked! Shows what I know. Oh, there's a Bidoof running. I'll take that. I'm getting a little bit distracted and so... Uh-oh. Whoa. Those eyes, man. That looks intimidating. What level is that? I wonder if I can find out if I get close to it. I gotta be ready to book it. It's big. Look how big it is. It's level 40. Okay. Oh no, it's chasing me. running. Hot darn. It was level 40. No way. That was another Ponyta. How about I try battling it? I'll use my Shinx. Ow. Thundershock. Thundershock is the mood that Akari has PTSD over. Okay, this is, might need to switch out. I don't think this Ponyta knows any fire-type moves at its level, so I'll send out Rowlet and I should be safe. Ah, that's disappointing. Anyway, I suppose I should meet up with Akari and see what she wants. To tell me stuff I already know, probably. Yank. That probably won't work. Oh, alright. Oh, if I catch one more, then I'll be all good in the hood. Ah, no good. Yeah, I gotta hide. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Oh no, don't flop away. Don't blob away, little one. Let me catch. I'm getting sidetracked again. I keep on getting distracted. It's literally like when I play Breath of the Wild. And I just kept on moving 5 steps and then getting distracted by something. But it's good, I like that. Oh. Capricorn? You're really doing quite well for yourself. Here, a little reward for keeping up with me. Your own crafting kit. Yay! A kit containing everything you might need for crafting, even when there is no workbench around. However, you can only use the materials you have in your satchel. Okay. That's cool, that's handy. I was worried that I'd need to go back and forth whenever I need to craft something. How goes the Pokemoning? Did you give the guy his Pokemon? Oh, not yet. But I can do that once I head back to town. I've caught a large Buizel, and I also caught the Wurmple that guy wanted, so... I think that's all the requests that I needed, so I can head back in a minute and turn those in. Here's a recipe for potions too. Thank you. You obtained a recipe for crafting potions. With a crafting kit, you can craft items anywhere using the materials you have in your satchel. As long as you've got an apricot and a tumblestone, you can make a Pokeball anytime. Or with an oranberry and a medicinal leek, you can make potions. So do heal your Pokemon. Yes. How goes your research? The cover of your Pokedex will tell you if there are tasks you've finished and can report. Tasks with unreported data. 24. Not sure I get it, but I'm sure I'll get the hang of it. Please report back to Professor Lavington once you've got some research tasks good and done. Okay, how do I use that crafty thing? I should probably use some potions to heal up my mons. I did encounter a like an alpha Rapidash, like a giant Rapidash with red eyes. And it started chasing me, but it didn't catch me, thankfully. It was level 40, so I wasn't going to try and battle it. Okay, so I can craft. I might as well just craft as many as I can. And craft some potions too. Sweet. Sneak catch it? I don't think that'll work. I don't think you can catch alpha Pokemon without battling them first. I'll give it a shot, but I highly doubt it will work. But why not? Let's do it for the fun of it. It was around here somewhere, I think. There it is. There it is. If it doesn't, you'll be able to take over the village. Yeah, look at that graceful, terrifying piece of Pokemon right there. Shall be mine. Whoops. Mine. Haha! Yep, no dice. Maybe it's friendly. It's headbanging at me. So maybe it's chill. I want to know what that plant thing over there is. Okay, look the other way. I'm gonna try and, once it looks the other way, I'm gonna try and rush over to that plant because I want to know what it is. It's preparing to ram you. Throw another ball just because. I'll try. I missed. Damn it. Oh no, it's growing suspicious. Got it. Ow. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. What's it doing? What's it doing? Okay. I got the plant. It looked like it was like a something something. Yeah, it seems like I can't catch that. It's just too much for me. But I can catch these little baby Ponyta though. Got him. EV! No! No! Bugger. I wanted one. Damn it, I didn't know there were Eevee around here. I panicked. Aww. I hope I can get another chance at that. I hope they're not incredibly rare spawns or something. Just have fun, sneak throw a Pokemon at every alpha Pokemon you find. It probably wouldn't work, but I could just for funsies. There's another Weasel. Oh, it looks like it's ready to rumble. The catch rate might be sure low, but it ain't zero. Maybe. I'm behind this tree. I better get a better angle from this. Leafage. Cool. If I defeat another one, I'll complete a research requirement thingamajig. Can I get through here? Oh, I can swim. Oh, cripe! Oh, I drowned. Okay, lesson learned. Drowning is very much a thing. Cool, another weasel. Another weasel for the record books. Oh, I caught another large specimen. Nice. Big fan. I wonder how large this area is anyway. I'm pretty far out. I think I want to try and like slowly make my way back to the village so that I can turn in those requests. Wumple? Oh, it didn't work. Uh-oh. Oh. Damn it. Oh man, I'm being too hasty with some of my Pokeball throws. What's that? Oh, it's another Ponyta. This music. It's so magical. Oh, another Ponyta. Another one for the collection. Then yeah, the catch rate is definitely a thing, because the other Wurmple you caught was instant, yeah. Oh god. Yeah, I forgot about that guy. Wonder what other Pokemon I can find. Hope there's hope for sneak alpha Pokemon, yeah. Whereabouts am I? Okay, there's more Bidoof. Oh man, I wonder how long it will take for Nuzlocke rules to get established for this game. That'd be interesting. I don't know how that would work. It's hard to do that for Sword and Shield as well, because usually it's like, first Pokemon you encounter, that's the one that you add to your team. But with games where they're out in the world, it's kind of harder to do that. I think some people are just like, the Pokemon that's like, you first see is the one you catch, but that's not as like random. I don't know. Okay, it said earlier that I've mastered the move Gust, so now that I've done that, I think I can do the Agile and Strong style from the trailer. I think Agile does less damage, but is pretty much guaranteed to go first, and Strong style is slower, but it does more damage. So let me try the Strong style. Not very effective, whoops. Let's try defeating this one. Cool, 2 defeated. And I got a spoiled Apricot for my troubles. Just because I want to know what happens, I've got this ball of mud, and I just kind of want to throw it at something. I think I lowered its stats. Huh. Throwing a ball of mud at a Shinx actually turned out to work. It looked like it lowered its stats, so... Yeah, when I chucked the ball of mud at it, there was like a little, like, stat change effect. Cool, that's 3. Man, I could just, like... I really do just be chucking Pokeballs at whatever catches my eye, for the most part. Okay, let's try a strong... No, I'll try just Leafage again. Not very effective. Since its health is so low, I might as well chuck a ball at it. Chuck. Lowered its stats, Rapidash round 3. I doubt it lowers it that much. I'm sure it only lowers it like a tiny amount. I'll try. I don't know. If I encounter another alpha Pokemon, I'll give that a go. Lowered its stats edition. I'll give that a try if I find another. If I run into like another alpha Pokemon. Oh, the sun's starting to go down. I'm just trying to make my way back to the village for now. I've been spotted. Little Shinx. Leafage? Alright. So there are certain requirements that ask you to have a Pokemon, like see a Pokemon use a certain move a certain amount of times, and that actually counts for your own Pokemon as well. Like your own Pokemon using those moves counts, which I did not consider, because one of my requirements for Buizel is to see it use Aqua Jet, and I was trying to get one of the wild ones to use it, but I don't think it was high enough level to use it. But I think I can have one of my own Buizels use it, and that will count. So the Pokemon that you have carrying around with you do matter when it comes to completing requests, which is interesting. So you actually have to consider your team in what's most effective for whatever it is you're out doing. The sunset looks nice. Where am I? Okay, I'm sort of near the town. There's a big old plateau here with stuff and things. I'm gonna have a quick look down here. Oh! Okay. Note to self, full damage is definitely a thing in this game. Nice to know. Ooh, hello. Vivichoke. Don't know what that does. Okay, can I swoosh my way up here somehow? Nah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh, yeah, this ain't no Breath of the Wild where you can practically walk up walls. Anyway, I'm gonna mosey on back. Also, it's nighttime now and the music's starting to get creepy. Maybe different Pokemon spawn in the nighttime. Oh, cool. I got a bunch of materials now. Have you just been standing out here all day? Okay, so I can store stuff in here. I'll just move a bunch of stuff. Stuff that I don't think I'll need. Actually, no. I might as well just keep it on me. NPCs, yes, I am mildly sunburnt. Oh, if it isn't a crafting kit. You must have listened attentively to Akari's teachings. Excellent work, dear boy. Seems a good time to explain to you about survey reports and the rewards they offer. When you submit survey reports, you'll receive money based on the level and number of Pokemon you caught. You'll receive more money if you fulfill certain conditions, such as catching a species for the first time. On that note, let me check the research tasks you completed thus far. Ooh, look at all those spicy mons. $22. Achieved. Different Pokemon species caught 6. Pokemon caught for the first time 6. Pokemon caught using a backstrike 5. I get some monies. Cool. I see. Most illuminating. I'll update our Pokedex with this new data. By carrying out research tasks and submitting survey reports, you'll raise your research levels of the Pokemon species that you encounter. If you raise a Pokemon's entry level to 10, the entry will be considered complete, and you'll have unlocked all the detailed information to be had about that species. Okay, so that's how you complete Pokedex data. As you carry out tasks and complete the Pokedex entries for different species, you'll also gain Pokemon research points, which you can view on the cover of your Pokedex. Once you have earned a certain number of points, you'll be able to move up through the ranks of the Galaxy Expedition team. Also, I've completed Rowlet's research level, because its research level's 10 now, so Rowlet's Pokedex entry has been filled in. It seems like I can continue to fill it in with, like, other moves and strong styles and stuff, but I don't have to if I don't want to anymore. Oh, it also tells you its preferred foods. Oh. What was that? My screen just turned off. Oh, it seems like we're okay for now. That was weird. Everything should be fine. Yeah, that's weird. My TV might be acting up a bit. That's strange. Oh well. Oh, by forms it means it's different gender forms. I see. Because, like, some Pokemon look slightly different depending on its gender. I see. Alright. I getcha. So, Starly. A Shinx. A Weasel. So, the only Pokemon that I've completed is Rowlet. Oh, looks like someone else is playing Pokemon Legends Arceus. You've made good progress on these research tasks, Jason. I do believe you're ready to move up the ranks. Let's head back to the village and report the good news to Captain Silene. It's time you earned yourself a star. Jubilife Village. Okay, I want to switch out the Pokemon I have. Can I do that from here? I've forgotten how I switch out my Pokemon. It's like somewhere in town, right? Pastures house the many Pokemon you catch. Collect them from here and change up your party. Okay. Okay, so this essentially functions as your PC. Your PC box. Okay. I want to have some variety in my team here, so I'll move. Yeah, I'll move my Starly in here. And this Bidoof. And I'll keep a Shinx and a Starly. I'll have a Weasel. Actually, which is my best Weasel? They're all the same level, but some stats are different. They all know the same moves, and they're all the same level. And I'll also have this Wurmple, because that guy asked for one. Wait, what's the difference between these two? Oh, they're about the same. There was someone who wanted a complete report on Starly, I think. I haven't done that yet, but I know how to do that, so... This was the guy that wanted a Wurmple. Have you got a Wurmple you could give me? I do indeed. Okay, so I don't have to have it in my party. I just need to have a Wurmple. But I'll gladly give you this one. That's convenient. You really brought me one. You must be as good as the rumors say. I'd like to name this Wurmple right away. Now I've been told a Wurmple will evolve into a Pokemon known as Beautifly, so I should give it a name with that in mind. This guy knows his stuff. What you gonna call him? Look at the little Wurmple just sort of blobbing around. He's so cute. This is a tough decision. Which of these do you like best? Beautica? Beauticia, rather. Beautifred? Or... Bugene? Bugene? I think Beauticia is the easiest to say, and sounds the least dumb, so I'll go with that. Yeah, I like Beauticia too. I guess it's decided then. I'll raise Beauticia to be a splendiferous Beautifly. Wait and see. Happy NPC noises, yeah. Yay, Wurmple can evolve. Hey, I got some honey. I'm back. I finished what I had to do. Oh, cool. Hello. We just gave this guy a Wurmple, and now he's happy. And when he's happy, I'm happy, because look at this. Look at this happy pair. Oh, Wurmple. Oh, you're so cute. See you later. Okay, what other requests did I need to do? Did I need to do? How do I check my requests again? I don't remember. Oh, I should save, huh? I forgot how to check my requests. But wasn't someone asking for a Weasel, like a big Weasel, and it was a guy at the front gate. I remember that, actually. I have a big old Weasel. If you brought me a bigger Weasel, I sure do. Sure have. Let's see. I don't know what their size are. Its weight is 62.8, and this one's weight is 80. So this is the bigger one, I guess. Oh no, height. It's 2.6, and this one's height is 2.1. Yeah, so this one is the bigger Weasel, so I'll give him the biggest one I have. Good gravy, I never expected you'd bring me one so quickly. I'm afraid I'm looking for a bigger one though. One that's at least around 2.8 would be great. Huh, okay, so I guess my Weasel isn't good enough. Actually, maybe the Weasel in my party is good enough. Nah, not quite. Man, that thing up there's foreboding. Okay, let's head inside and see what's up. Oh, hello, Abra. No, can't catch it. If you have progress to report, I will judge its worthiness. Show me your Pokedex. Hello, little boy. Little Rowlet boy. Hello. Okay. You have made progress. It seems you've earned yourself a star. Really? With this, you have officially attained the rank of first star in the Galaxy Expedition Team. Oh, that's the Diamond and Pearl jingle. I got a star, and I look thrilled about it. Oh yeah, has any NPC mentioned the ominous cloud? No. Surprisingly enough, they all seem to be pretty lax about it. You can now use heavy balls. Oh, cool. Pokemon of up to level 20 will also obey your orders reliably in battle. The rewards you earn from your survey reports will be more generous now too. Add these as well. They are further recipes you'll need for crafting. Oh, heavy balls. And revives. Handy. That a stranger like you should fall from the sky and yet flourish among us like this is a testament to your native talent and hard work. Oh! Damn it. My TV screen went off again. That's strange. My TV might be malfunctioning slightly. It seems to be okay now. Most people prefer it when things are simple enough to be judged on face value alone, and proving your worth by moving up through our ranks is something anyone can understand. Keep at it, and even if you did fall from the sky, people may be more willing to accept you. Working your way through the ranks will also be a help if you wish to make a life for yourself here. A higher rank will grant you access to more types of Pokeballs and greater rewards. So no one has talked about the Omnis Cloud Vortex thing. No, not really. I don't think so. Heavy balls, you know what that means, right? Oh, right. I guess they'll work better on that Rapidash from earlier. For today at least, you've earned yourself a meal at the Wallflower and a good night's rest. Oh, thank you. So Jason, my boy, I believe a jolly good congratulations is in order. Well done for earning your first star rank. Potato mochi tastes much better when you have something to be happy about. Still, we'll be very busy from now on between our survey call duties and requests from folks here. Which reminds me, have you already taken that request from Beauregard? Yup. The people of Jubilife aren't too familiar with Pokemon, you see, so problems arise if survey call gets called to help. Indeed so. Some people will ask you for help when you talk with them, while other requests will need to be claimed from the blackboard I keep in my lab. Speaking of which, weren't you approached with a request recently, Akari? What's it all about? About that, I was thinking maybe Jason can handle it for me. I was told it will require a bit of skill with battling Pokemon, so... Ah yes, that request came from the Diamond Clan, if I recall correctly. Alpha Pokemon Sneak catch round 4 with Heavy Ball edition because I feel like Heavy Balls are gonna cost more than the regular ones. Only try once. People of the Diamond Clan have lived here in Hisui before the Galaxy team arrived. If we could establish good relations, I'm sure there's much we might learn from them, including more about the local Pokemon. But we can discuss all that tomorrow. For today, we should eat up and get some rest. We chatting? Listen, do you have a bit of time after this? There's something I could use your help with. Alright. Thank you. I'll be waiting for you at the training grounds then. If you've caught a lot of Pokémon, you may want to visit the pastures to change up your team. Pastures? Pastures? Okay, am I able to craft some heavy balls then? I don't know if I have the materials to do so. No, I need apricorns and black tumblestone. But can I buy them? General store? No, I can't buy... I can't buy them. Not yet, anyway. I'll have to go out and make some, if I can find the materials for them. So the professor said he has a blackboard with all the requests on them, so I think I'll give that a peek real quick just to see if I'm missing anything. Wait, where is that? Oh. Oh, never mind then. So, what's going on over here? Thanks for coming. I know you're busy. Listen, I've had an epiphany. Everything alright? You see, I've got a partner of my own. We may not get along perfectly, but we've got to work together to help complete the Pokédex. You have a Pokémon? Yes, here is my partner, Pikachu. Lucky. Ah, jealous I am. Bigger. When we were attacked by those Shinx, I got too scared to think straight, and I couldn't handle battling as a team. Ever since then, my partner's refused to listen to anything I tell him. You got yourself a sassy Pikachu. Also, I couldn't help but notice that the Pikachu doesn't say Pikachu. It used its like synthesized Pokemon cry from the older games, which is weird. And if I'm being honest, I'm not even sure how to order him, how to guide him in battle. Pika. Pokemon Revolution! Little Pikachu. But when I saw how you and your Pokemon worked together, I realized we needed to do more too. So please, have a battle with me. I want to learn how to fight effectively. Pika. So they caught a Kari challenge you to battle. Chuck. Can I move around here? Yeah, I can. Oh, nose. Hey, you paralyzed my boy. Do I have anything to deal with that? Spray can be fed to a Pokemon to cure its paralysis. Let's do that. Okay, Rowlet isn't a flying type yet, so thankfully that's not going to be a problem. I'll try using Leafage. Damn it, paralysis. Oh man, your Pikachu's doing remarkably well considering that it hates you. Damn it, what's your problem? Okay, getting rid of this paralysis again. Also, I just noticed that my Rowlet's female. I didn't know that. Damn, okay. I'll use one more potion and then I'll go and try another attack. Don't paralyze. Oh, critical hit though. Okay, use leafage. Okay, now we're cooking. I'll try an agile gust. Oh, not quite. Oh dear, I'm screwed. Rowlet, no. I've honestly still got my Nuzlocke mindset on, and for a while there I was like, oh no, if my Rowlet dies, it's done. But then I remembered, oh wait, this isn't a Nuzlocke. He'll just faint and it'll be fine. I completely forgot for a minute there. Okay, let's send out my Shinx. Maybe I should have prepared a bit more for this. Use Bite. Battle decided. You and your Pokemon seem to be completely in step with one another. Well, you killed it. Phew, thank you for battling us. I could be wrong, but for a moment it felt like Pikachu and I finally understood one another. Let's keep working at it, okay Pikachu? No. Pika. I guess I was wrong then. But I'll strive to work more as a team with my partner, the way you do. Yeah, your Pikachu is still sassy. Assuming Pikachu and I can bridge some gaps. Oh, by the way, the professor said Pokemon have things called types, which apparently make a big difference in how battles go. Pikachu seems to be an electric type, for an example. Oh, dearie me, type chart. Yeah, I know what the types are. I don't always know how they match up, but I know what the types are. So you're the one, the new recruit everyone's talking about. Oh, hello. The name's Zisu, captain of the security corps. I see you've got some fight in you. Figured I could stop by and give what advice I could. Inspection. Captain Zisu is a master of the ancient martial art, one that specializes in Pokemon battles. Now listen, if your Pokemon's truly masters its moves, it can actually use them in different styles. I've already tried that. On the one hand, you can choose to deliver a move in the strong style. The move will deal more damage, but afterwards it will take long for your Pokemon to act. On the other hand, you can choose to unleash a move in the agile style. Such a move will have less power behind it, but your Pokemon can act more quickly afterwards. In true favourable conditions, it might even get out 2 moves before your opponent can act. Strong style moves, agile style moves, and of course regular moves. Choose which is right for the given situation, and direct your Pokemon with a little nudge. Sadly, I've got to go. Best of luck with the Pokemon shenanigans. Yeah, sure. I'm probably going to be finishing up soon. But thank you for stopping by and sticking around and chatting. Oh, one more thing. If you want to teach your Pokemon some powerful moves, just let me know. Zisu's teachings will serve you well when you're up against tough Pokemon. Now I suppose it's time I went to meet Mai. Or May. You remember? I mentioned at the Wallflower that I could use her help with May's request. I'm to meet her down past the foot of Aspiration Hill. You should come as well once you've readied your Pokemon team and perhaps had them learn some moves from Zisu, if you'd like. Anyway, stay safe and stuff? Sure. Yeah, I actually think I'm gonna call it here for today anyway. I'm just gonna get out my final thoughts. So again, this is just my first impressions. From the beginning, I wasn't planning on playing through this entire game on stream, and I was planning on just playing it the one time on stream just to show off my first impressions, and then I'd play the rest of the game myself, just in my own time and enjoy it. And I'm still planning on doing that, but we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll change my mind, but we'll see. Anyways, I'm really enjoying this game so far. I feel like I've said all I really needed to say when it comes to how I feel about it just throughout this stream. It's fun. I like the catching. I like the exploring. It's fun to just run around and explore and catch the Pokemon. I like the concepts this game introduces, like, you know, the idea that Pokemon are dangerous and, you know, that sort of thing. People getting injured, requests, survival. It's all really cool, and I honestly really like the mainline Pokemon games to maybe do more of this. Or at least some of it. Because what's here is really promising, and I'm excited to play more of it. So yeah, I'm gonna stop for here. I'm gonna stop here for today. Let me just save my game. Which I forgot how to do again. Here we are. So yeah, this is where I'm going to end it. Thank you very much for sticking around with this stream. I know it was a little different. It was a little more quieter, a little chill. It wasn't that lively. But I enjoyed playing this game on stream, and I'd like to do more of these sort of first impressions kind of streams. Because it's quite fun. I like it. So, anything else? I'm going to be streaming again this weekend, probably. I want to play more Kingdom Hearts Marathon, so that will probably be this weekend, so expect that. And yeah, thank you very much for sticking around and you know, joining me for my first impressions of this game, and hope to see you next time. Take care.